evening, hockey fans, and what is going on? My name is Neil Villapiano, and I'm the host of the Devil's State of Mind podcast right here on the Hockey Podcast Network, which covers the New Jersey Devils. And welcome to another exciting live watch-along right here on the Hockey Podcast Network YouTube channel. Tonight, it is an NHL matchup. I know we've had already two live watch-alongs live tonight with both the bronze and gold medal games of this year's World Junior Championships happen, and also currently one of them is already happening. But we also have an NHL live watch-along for you tonight, as tonight we have the St. Louis Blues traveling to New Jersey to take on the New Jersey Devils. This live watch-along and everything we do here at the Hockey Podcast Network are sponsored, as always, by our friends at DraftKings Sportsbook. With so many amazing opportunities to get huge cash prizes, DraftKings is the place to go. So go to DraftKings right now, sign up, use our promo code THPN. As always, tell them that your boy Neil Villapiano sent you. And again, shout out to DraftKings Sportsbook for sponsoring this live watch-along and everything we do here at the Hockey Podcast Network. Don't forget also, guys, to leave a like on the stream. And if you're in the chat, that must mean that you subscribe. Continue to subscribe as well. We are very close to reaching 3,000 subscribers. So let's get to that mark, guys. Continue to like, share with your family and friends, and everything like that. And yes, also, Happy New Year, all you lovely hockey fans. 2023 is upon us, and it's been a long time since I've done a live watch-along, but I'm here tonight, and I'm excited to chill with all of you guys. Make sure to also leave your score predictions in the chat. What's going on, Andy? As we got my good buddy Sean, long time no talk. It has been a long time. Things have been going very, very well. The podcast has really taken off. Obviously been very busy with that, so I do apologize for the lack of my appearances here on these live watch-alongs, but I'm here tonight, and I'm very excited. Andy, good to see you, man. Pokemon unboxing, what's going on? Thank you, Olivia, for the compliment on the black jersey. The Devils are actually rocking these tonight, so I felt that it was relatively appropriate. Nice, Nico Hischier jersey. Yes, it was his birthday yesterday. Devils coming off a 5-1 dominant win last night in Detroit against the Red Wings, and look to try to get back-to-back wins for the first time since early December. Big news coming from the Devils as we have our first score prediction of the night, a 4-3 Devils win from Pokemon Unboxing, and then Olivia's going to go with a 5-2 win for the New Jersey Devils. But the big story coming out of here in this one, everybody, is the fact that Andre Palat has finally been taken off IR and is back in the lineup for the New Jersey Devils, as he will make his first appearance since October 24th. The Devils also recalled up goaltender Akira Schmid, who will start in net tonight for the Devils, while Mackenzie Blackwood is dealing with an injury. What is going on, Dylan? Appreciate you, man, for coming on and hanging out with us. He's going with a 4-2 win for the Devils. Sean is going 5-2 Devils. So far, everybody riding the New Jersey bandwagon right now. Jacob is always coming in the chat. He says, go Canada. Currently, the gold medal game between Canada and Czechia is currently going on, and we are doing a live watch-along for that one as well with a couple of my good buddies, so make sure you go check out that stream as well. You used to be Golden Gaming. Okay, awesome. Easy win for Canada last night. The USA ain't got shit on Canada. You know what? Considering that I've seen this before from the Devils getting screwed by the refs several times on goals that were disallowed, I'm just going to say that the disallowed goals were unfortunate for Canada, for the United States. But after that, again, Canada really just rocked and rolled, so good on them. Double THPN stream right now. Absolutely. Make sure you like the video, everyone. Absolutely. Jacob's going to go with a 3-2 win for St. Louis in overtime, last second goal. Jacob despises the Devils, so of course he's going to pick against them regardless. Andy says, go Canada. There's a Ranger game on right now. Yes, there is, but we are doing the Devils tonight. Andy's going with a 4-2 win for the Devils. So there we go. So we already got a bunch of predictions. Make sure to continue to leave them in there. I do apologize for the background noise. My brother, who you guys have heard before, is just doing something, so it's fine. But nonetheless, Devils looking for back-to-back wins. This should be a big one. A lot of excitement with the fact that Andre Palat is back in the lineup. Akira Schmid, who has done well in the little time that he has played so far this year in net for the Devils, is there. And the Devils are looking for back-to-back wins. So this is going to be a big one tonight. And again, guys, don't forget to leave a like on the stream and subscribe as well. The only way that you can interact with us here on YouTube is by subscribing. We're also live on Facebook. I think we're also live on Twitch, if I'm not mistaken. And he says, USA should have won last night. Unfortunately, regardless of the two, bad goal, the two goals that were disallowed for Team USA, they did have a 2-0 lead early on in that game, and they blew it. So if the USA, it really sucks that they lost, and obviously there is controversy, but the USA also has to blame themselves because of the fact that they did end up blowing a 2-goal lead. Also, good news, though, for Team USA. They were able to defeat Sweden earlier today in the bronze medal game, so they still walk away with a medal. And now we'll see who will take home the gold in this year's World Junior Championships. Did I watch the Winter Classic? Not only did I watch it, Pokemon Unboxing, I was there, live in person. I actually had the opportunity to go to the game, and it was an absolutely unreal atmosphere. It's my third outdoor game and second Winter Classic that I've been a part of. It was really, really phenomenal. So I was so fortunate, so glad I got the opportunity to do that. And definitely going to try to see if I can make a trip out to Seattle next year for the 2024 Winter Classic. So we'll see. Sean says USA got bronze, Sweden and their meatballs got sent home. Let's appreciate the bronze. At least from the USA's perspective, they can walk away with their heads held high that they at least got a medal. So there's the positive with all of that. So we are just about ready for puck drop here. Jordan Binnington in net for the St. Louis Blues. And again, as I mentioned before, Akira Schmid is in net for the New Jersey Devils. So let's see how this one goes. The Blues are coming off a 6-5 shootout victory in Toronto against the Leafs in their last game. This is the second of a 4-game road trip for St. Louis. So Devils looking to try to hand the Blues a loss here on this road trip and try to get back-to-back wins. So this should be a good one. And again, Andre Palat back in the lineup for the first time since late October. He, I'm sure, is very excited, as well as the rest of the team, for him to be back in the lineup tonight. Fabian Zetterlund coming out for Andre Palat. So here we go. Players are at center ice. The puck is dropped, and we are underway in New Jersey here in this one between the Blues and the New Jersey Devils. So this really should be a good one here, and we'll see how this all goes about here in this game. So I'm actually just trying to quickly get you guys the stats here for this one, as hopefully they can actually let me see them, which would be nice. Let's see here. Here's the stats. Sorry about that, guys. So here we go. It's a shot there by the Devils. This blocker aside by Binnington. Devils putting on some pressure right away here as Jack Hughes gets crunched behind the boards, but he's able to regain the puck. Now Eric Holla in the right corner. Hughes and Holla whacking away with two Blues players right on top of both of them. Now the Devils have it, and a shot there from Severson just goes wide. As now two Blues players run into each other, but Colton Parayko will stop and control it for St. Louis here as we have just reached the first minute of action here in this one again. Blues versus Devils. This is the first of two live watch-alongs we're doing here in the next cut in this span right now. It's like I said before, we do have the gold medal game of the World Junior Championships between Canada and Czechia going on right now as well. What's going on, HC? Good to see you as always, my friend. Hope you're doing well. Don't forget to smack the like button while you're here, as here comes Dougie Hamilton up the center of the ice. He drops it over to Nico Hischier, but just out of his reach. Nico regains it in the right corner. Now gets it over to Bragg, top of the blue line, and unfortunately goes over the stick of Sigathar, and we're all the way back behind the Devils' net. As long as you show up, you've won against the Blues. Well, the Blues have actually been playing better of late. They're only 3 points out of the final wild card spot in the Western Conference after having a really tough go-around to the beginning of the year. So clearly they've been playing some better hockey, despite the fact that both Vladimir Tarasenko and Ryan O'Reilly are both going on, well, not both going to, they are both on IR, which is unfortunate if you're St. Louis. What's your favorite player? Mine is Nico. If Miles. My favorite player on the Devils is indeed the captain, Nico Hischier. As you can see, I'm rocking his jersey. So Devils trying to keep it in the zone. Brendan Smith has the puck taken away from him. St. Louis trying to get it out. Taken away by Miles Wood. But now the St. Louis Blues are able to control it behind their own net. And he's planning on going to next year's Winter Classic. Love it, man. Love it. I actually want the jersey Neil's got on. Well, you can still get them on NHL Shop or eBay or wherever they're selling them. You can still get them. icing here against the Blues. Face off back in the St. Louis zone, 17:22 to go in the first. Akira Schmid, 5-3-0 in 8 games this season for the Devils. 1.96 goals against average and a .932 save percentage. Been very, very good since in the time he's played. Jordan Binnington, 14-12-3, a 3.21 goals against average and a .893 save percentage. Definitely not having a great year. HC, I'm doing very well, my friend. Hope you're doing well also. And we thank you for hanging out with us. Andrew, what's going on, man? Good to see you. Thank you, as always, for hanging out with us. Jonas, thank you for the compliment on the jersey. I appreciate all the compliments so far on the jersey, guys. Really do appreciate it. Jacob is back, as you pointed out before. The Winter Classic, as I mentioned before, Andrew, I don't know if you were here, was absolutely tremendous. It's how Jack Hughes tries to feed one in front, but nobody home, and the Blues come the other way. But yeah, it was a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Great atmosphere. Both crowds were tremendous, and a really, really classic Winter Classic game. 2-1 with Jake DeBrusk getting both goals, including the GWG in the third period. Unfortunately, it came at a price as he actually ended up suffering a broken fibula in that game. So he's going to be on long-term IR, which is unfortunate. I also have a Nico jersey I wore to the Pens Devils game. Very cool, Olivia. We love that. HC's team won their game yesterday 6-0 versus Colton Place. Good for you, HC. So now the Devils come back into the offensive zone. Mercer trying to get around a defender, but it's broken up. Boquist fighting along with it as now Saad will dump it out. And now here comes Shen, who will dump it into the Devils zone. Siegenthaler, he gets there first, trying to chip it away from Braden Shen, but it's taken away for a moment. Now Mercer with the puck in the left corner. Blues putting on some pretty solid pressure right now. Blues player gets knocked down. Doesn't appear to be a penalty. Now the puck is now back into the left corner. Dawson Mercer backhands it over to Siegenthaler, who gets it back to Mercer, and Mercer will flip it out of the zone. Andrew H says, let's effing go Devils. Hell freaking yeah, my friend. Let's effing go Devils here as we're just about 4.5 minutes into the first. Still no score in this one between the Devils and St. Louis Blues. Brendan Smith along the boards to the right side. Devils trying to get out of the zone. Graves with the puck. He backhands it over to Nico Hischier. Nico will settle it, and he'll dump it out to center ice, and St. Louis will get back, and they will control it as both teams make a quick change. As now here comes 77 up the left side. Tries to dump it into the zone, taken away by the Devils, and Nico almost got hit up high, or he might have, I'm not sure. Either way, no penalty. As now Andre Palat is on the ice now. Robert Thomas takes away for St. Louis, gets it top of the point for Blues. Nick Leddy with a drive through traffic, and that one just goes wide of Schmid and comes all the way back out to center ice. What's going on, Angus? Good to see you, my friend. I just burned off 600 Christmas calories on the treadmill. Nothing like getting a good sweat in before you watch some hockey, Angus. And as always, my friend, we do thank you for hanging out with us. As a feed in front there to 63 of St. Louis is stopped by Akira Schmid. Probably the best opportunity for either team right there, but Schmid comes up with a good save. But good to see you as always, Angus. Thank you for hanging out with us. The Rain podcast saying, hey, what's going on, guys? Hope you're doing well. Blue Jackets currently up 1-0 on the Washington Capitals, which obviously I will take, seeing the Capitals are behind the Devils in the standings right now. Angus, we already know he's cheering for the St. Louis Blues. If you want to still add a prediction in, Angus, you're more than welcome to do so. He is from St. Louis, big Blues fan, big fan of St. Louis sports altogether, and a good buddy of mine, no doubt. So the Blues with the puck now, 48 now, drops out to Parayko with a drive, and that one goes wide of the net, pops up in the air, and then Michael McLeod gets knocked down. Doesn't appear to be a penalty. This puck will go back into the Blues zone. So the Blues have had 2 good opportunities in the last minute and a half here, but they could not get it past Akira Schmid. One good save, and the other just missing on the left side on a drive from Parayko. Now Saad with it, feeds it over to Parayko. Now back to Saad on the right face-off dot. Gets it back to Parayko with a drive from the point. That one gets blocked in front. Dougie Hamilton now with the puck, and he'll make it off the boards. Now it's a foot race. Tatar gets there first, waits, feeds, tries to feed it over to Jack Hughes, who was open, but a good stick play there by, I believe, Colton Parayko. Now the Blues come back into the offensive zone for a moment. They lose the puck, and here comes Jack Hughes up the left board to the offensive zone. Drops it off to Eric Hall, feeds over to Jack Hughes with a drive, and a great save by Binnington and no cover. Great 1-tee shot there from Jack Hughes, but Binnington shuts the door with a great glove save. And we got a stoppage of play exactly 7 minutes into this one. No score here so far between the Devils and the Blues. But a really good opportunity right there. Just a better save from Binnington. Rain says, I'm a hockey creator if you don't know. Hey, man, totally love it. The more, the merrier, especially with hockey continuing to grow all over, no matter if it's on YouTube, podcasts, or whatever, man. Really appreciate it from one creator to another. Thank you so much for all the hockey content you deliver. Angus going with a 2-1 Blues win in overtime. This would be the type of night, especially with being the second of a back-to-back for the Devils, where they would lose a game like that, so fair enough. Let's go on, Jared Brown. Good to see you as always, my friend. We hope you're doing well. Don't forget, and this goes for everybody, don't forget again to leave a like on the stream as well as subscribe. The only way that you can jump on here and interact with us on the comment section is by subscribing. And again, we are currently 2.93 thousand subscribers, so we are less than 1,000 subscribers, or less than 100, away from 3,000 subscribers. So continue to subscribe, guys. Share it to your family and friends. Get them to subscribe as well. That would be sick as we could jump into the year 2023. Let's try to get to 3,000 subscribers, shall we? Zach LOL says, thank you so much. Zach, as always, good to see you again, my friend. It's funny how long I've been doing these live watch-alongs that I've been able to recognize a lot of you people, so I'm glad I could do that. Also, I do have, as I do with every live watch-along, the Villa Piano homemade wine. This is from this past October, so just want to give a special cheers and a happy new year to all you lovely people. Jared, you also went to the Winter Classic. That is awesome, my friend. I was there as well. Great experience to be there. This game has the bluesman meets the devil at the fork of the road theme, a reference to a song by the old school bluesman Robert Johnson. That's definitely from another generation, because I honestly have no idea. I have no clue about that reference, but that is a good one, Angus. Nonetheless, really like that one. So we're back to the action here. 12:45 to go in the first. Still no score here as Kevin Ball has it for the Devils, and he'll flip it high up into the air, and it's knocked down as no stoppage of play as Jesper Boquist will backhand it in to the blue zone. Parayko around the boards, and that's just out of the reach. It's going to go all the way down. No icing as Akira Schmid will play the puck. Give it over to Brendan Smith, who will settle it down for New Jersey. Smith tries to make a long feed, but it's taken away by number 4 of St. Louis, and he'll take it. He'll dump it right back into the Devils zone. What's your favorite retro NHL jersey? Favorite retro? Oh, that is a tough one. For me, it's probably a toss-up between 3, I would say. Probably the old Hartford Whalers, the Quebec Nordiques, and the Devils' original red, green, and white jerseys from when they first came to New Jersey in the early 80s. So that would be what I would say. Pokemon Unbox says, I got to go. Hope the Devils win. No worries, man. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. Don't forget to leave a like on the stream before you go, and we will see you in the next live watch along. But have a good night, man, and thank you for hanging out with us. So the Devils obviously wanting to get themselves back-to-back wins, continue to stay on pace with the rest of the red-hot Metropolitan Division as a whole. Devils will then play the Rangers at home on Saturday before going to Carolina next Monday. So 2 big divisional games coming up after this one here at home against St. Louis. So the Devils will flip it out of the zone. Alexander Holtz, the 6th overall pick in the 2020 draft, who had a great game last night against the Red Wings. He had an assist and a goal, his first multi-point game of his career. So we'll see if he gets more ice time as now the Blues come in. Jordan Kyrou takes the toe drag shot, and that one is kicked aside by Schmid. Good shot there from Kyrou. Now the Devils will backhand it back out to center ice. Zach says, go Canada. I do not currently have an update on that one, but if you do want to be a part of the live watch along that we are doing for that one, for the gold medal game of the World Juniors between Canada and Czechia, you can head over to the other live watch along we're doing right now with my good buddy Nate Thomas of the Quack Report doing that one. And make sure you tell him that Neil said hi. As now the Blues have the puck in the corner. Backhand pass in front by St. Louis is taken away by Severson, and he'll chip it out. As now here comes Jack Hughes trying to make a move, but Colton Parayko gets there first. And then Parayko crunches Eric Holla, taken away by Jack Hughes now. He has it left side, and he gets knocked off the puck. And now Graves will get it back for the Devils. He'll go back and set up. Nice feed to Tatar. He has a step. Tatar with a shot, and that one just trickles wide. Binnington got a piece of it, but it trickled wide to the left side. Tatar almost got the first goal. Here comes Braden Shen, who tries to feed it in front. Nobody home. And Palat will knock it off the boards, and it actually deflects out of play. So Tomas Tatar with a great opportunity, maybe the best so far of the night for the Devils. As we see it again, he gets a feed, gets a step, takes a soft shot that Binnington makes the save. And even though he made the save, it still almost trickled past him, just missed. Great opportunity for Tatar there. Zach, give me us an update. It's 1-0 Canada after one period of play in the World Junior Championship gold medal game against Czechia. So I would assume that it was probably Connor Bedard, but I could be wrong. Bedard, I think they saw a ridiculous stat that Connor Bedard is averaging 1.45 goals per period, not game, per period. He is unbelievably good. This kid is unreal. And whoever gets him next year in this upcoming draft is going to be one happy franchise. It was Gunther. Okay, there we go. It was Gunther, who I think was actually drafted this past year, if I'm not mistaken. But thank you, Zach, for those updates, man. I do appreciate it tremendously. As now the Blues dump it back into the Devils' zone. A lot of dump and chase from both teams so far in this one, as we're 9.5 minutes to go in the first period. Brendan Smith tries to get it over to Sharon Govich. It deflects off him, and that'll be enough for an icing. Face off back in the Devils' zone with 9:20. They go in the first, Devils also definitely been struggling at home this season, 10-9-2 on the year. They're 0-6-1 in their last 7. So they've been tremendous on the road, 15-2-1 on the road, but they have to get better at home, especially trying to get that home ice advantage as they make a run at the playoffs. I get to watch Bedard all the time. He plays against my home WHL team. Well, that's very cool, Zach. You get an opportunity to see an NHL superstar on the rise, my friend. That is very, very cool. Also friends with some WHL players in high school right now. Nice. Because I know you can still play in the WHL and still be in high school, I believe. So now Dawson Mercer dumps it into the blue zone here. Dougie Hamilton gets it over to Sharon Govich, wraps it around the boards. Blues get it, try to get out of the zone, and they do on the second effort. So Dougie Hamilton gets it over to Boquist, who gets the puck knocked off him, but he regains it. Boquist now, he'll wait as the Devils are making a line change here. He'll drop it off to Siegenthaler, now over to Dougie Hamilton. Back to Siegenthaler. He makes a long stretch pass to Holtz, but just out of his reach, and now the Blues get it back. So both teams struggling a little bit so far in this one to control the long passes. As now the Blues come in, Pavel Buchnevich, turnaround shot, that one's deflected and they score! What an absolute tremendous deflection. And it's Jordan Kyrou in front. And with 8:13 to go in the first, the Blues strike first. It's 1-0. So this was a situation where Buchnevich just kind of turned around, no look, just wanted to get it on net. Jordan Kyrou streaking to the net. Just poor defensive play there by Dougie Hamilton. And a better deflection by Kyrou. And Kyrou gives the Blues the 1-0 lead. That was a nice goal. Can't argue that. Just bad defensive play there by Dougie Hamilton. And it costs them. So Jordan Kyrou gets the Blues on the board first here in this one. Zach says, have a great stream. Got to get some stuff done. No worries, Zach. Thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight. Make sure to leave a like before you go, and we'll see you in the next live watch along. Jordan Kyrou's goal, his 19th of the season, gives the Blues the 1-0 lead. And now the Blues come back into the zone again. Shen, he falls down. No penalty. Tries to feed in front to Saab. He couldn't get there. Blues had control for a minute. Severson stops. Makes a long stretch pass there to Nico. Might be a 2-on-1. Nico Hischier stops. Waits, takes a shot, and that one gets blocked. Binnington goes over to cover it, and we'll get a whistle. So Nico holding on maybe a little bit too long there, and doesn't really get a good shot. And we're going to stoppage of play. 7:37 to go here in the first. Jordan Kyrou just moments ago gives the Blues the 1-0 lead in an absolutely beautiful deflection. So 1-0 Blues so far in this one. So for anybody that's new to seeing me, because obviously you've been seeing a lot of Dylan and a couple other great people here on the network. Again, my name is Neil Villapiano. I'm the host of the Devil's State of Mind podcast, which, if you could tell by the title, covers the aforementioned New Jersey Devils. And obviously, as a fan, not too thrilled. The Devils are down 1-0, but it is still relatively early on in this one. But the Devils have certainly been struggling at home. But new episodes of my podcast come out every Monday and Thursday. I'll actually have a new episode out tomorrow, though, recapping these past two games against Detroit and tonight here against the St. Louis Blues. So make sure you guys go check out the podcast wherever you listen to podcasts. And don't forget to follow us on Twitter at Devil's State and also on Instagram at Devil's State of Mind. So you guys can go check it out, find a brand new podcast if you want to get the latest and greatest on the New Jersey Devils. So, again, that was a very bad defensive play by Dougie Hamilton. He just did not have a step on Jordan Kyrou, and Buchnevich, whether he meant to or not, just kind of turned around, threw the puck at the net, and it was just a really, really impressive deflection by Jordan Kyrou, who, continuing to be the star player that he is, man. He is going to be, tremendous for years to come. And I think when you look at the Blues, despite the fact that they've lost so many of their top players right now due to injury, they're still fighting. Again, like I mentioned earlier, they are just 3 points out of a playoff spot. So they're still very much in the thick of everything. So the Devils obviously can't take them lightly. They have to find a way to have the success and try to generate some offense like they did last night, putting up 5 goals past the Red Wings. Face-off here one is that shot there off the face-off from Hughes is stopped by Bennington. So Jack Hughes being active here in this one, and I did get confirmation earlier because the NHL is announcing their all-star teams, at least one representative from each team tonight, that Jack Hughes will be the all-star representative for the New Jersey Devils. So that is awesome, as now Jack Hughes takes a shot through traffic, and that one gets stopped by Bennington. Eric Haula gets it over to Jack Hughes, who stops it, gets it over, loses the puck, and shot there by Andre Palat is stopped by Jordan Bennington. So Bennington with a couple of good saves right there as the Devils putting on some pressure, looking to try to even this one up. But for Jack Hughes, that'll make it 2 all-star games in a row that he will be a participant in. And then the NHL will allow a fan vote to get another 10 players in as well. So make sure you go vote in who you want to see also make it to the all-star team, which the All-Star game is about a month and change away in Sunrise, Florida, by the way. So now the puck is behind the Devils' zone here. Both teams whacking at it, trying to move the puck. Ref, you can clearly tell he's telling the guys to move the puck here. It's between some skates. Now the Blues get it. It's at top of the point. Blues defenseman now wraps it around the boards, gets it over to 58 or 59, excuse me. Do apologize if I don't know all of the names of the players on the Blues at the moment. The puck rolls all the way back down into the Blues zone, and that will be enough for an icing. So face-off back in the Devils zone, 6:04 to go in the first. 1-0 Blues on a deflected goal by Jordan Kyrou. Devils had 3 players with 2 or more points against the Blues last year. Nico with 4, Sharon Govich with 3, and both Jack Hughes and Damon Severson each with 2. Devils were 2-0 against the Blues last year. Overtime win at home, and then I think it was like 6-3 or 6-4 win in St. Louis. There's a diving save there by Kira Schmid, but Blues still having the pressure now. Boquist with it. Lose the puck for a moment. Now Siegenthaler gets it. Siegenthaler now gets it over to Mercer. Mercer slowly makes his way up the right side, and he'll dump it in. So a good save there from Akira Schmid, denying the Blues of potentially doubling their lead. And now Sharon Govich being pinned by 2 Blues players, looking for some help. Now he gets it back. Both teams whacking at it in the left side corner. Blues look like they have control of it, but it's actually taken away by Holtz for a minute. Alexander Holtz. Now it's taken away by Michael McLeod. Gets it top of the points. He just out of the reach of Kevin Ball. It's going to roll all the way back into the Devils zone. As now Kevin Ball will set it up for New Jersey with 5:08 to go in the first period. Ball makes a long feed deflected off the stick of Holtz, and now Michael McLeod gets crushed by Mikola. Now Miles Wood with some physicality, wraps it around to the right side. Kevin Ball now with the puck. Ball wraps it around the other way, gets it to Michael McLeod. Tries to feed it over to Brendan Smith just out of his reach. Kevin Ball will play it back. Gets it over to Holtz, and the Devils come back into the zone. Miles Wood now on the right side. Stops on a dime. But now it's taken away by the Blues, and they'll slowly come out of the zone, and then take it away again by Nico Hischier, this time at the blue line. The Blues will get it back and settle it down. 4.5 minutes to go in the first period. Still 1-0 St. Louis here over the New Jersey Devils. This puck rolls all the way back into the Devils zone, and good enough for an icing with 4:26 remaining in the opening period. So they showed that really good save off a shot of a backhand rebound shot from Braden Shen. Shen almost was able to get it. Actually, he did whiff on it. So Schmidt didn't necessarily make a save on that shot. It was kind of fluttering away from the net. But a good defensive play there by Siegenthaler to prevent Brendan Shen from getting a rebound opportunity. Face-off one in the zone by St. Louis. Devils putting on some good forecheck. Damon Severson now in the right corner. Tries to get over to Brett, just out of his reach. Now it's controlled by Palat. Now Severson behind the net, gets over to Jesper Bratt. Jesper Bratt now with it, holds, turns around, gets it around the boards, back over to Nico Hischier. Stopped on a dime, but lost the puck. And Mikola tries to get out of the zone. He cannot. Andre Palat and Nico fighting with it. Now the puck goes into the right corner of St. Louis. They'll try to get out of the zone. They still can't get it out. Now it's taken away by Palat with a shot to fix the problem. I'd say it's been a pretty even first period so far, other than obviously the deflected goal by Jordan Kyrou. Both teams created some really good opportunities. Devils have definitely done a good job on the forecheck so far, just haven't been able to get rewarded yet. What's going on, Danelle? Good to see you as always, my friend. Thank you as always for hanging out with us. Don't forget to leave a like on the stream while you're here. He says, what up, Neil? My man, Happy New Year to you and the rest of your family. Happy New Year to you as well, Danelle. And thank you as always for taking time out of your day to hang out with us here. And again, this is one of 2 live watch alongs we're doing right now. Because my good buddy Nate is currently doing a live watch along of the gold medal game of this year's World Junior Championships with Canada and Czechia going on. It's currently still at the moment 1-0 Canada. Liam says the mic is cutting in and out. Nels, I saw you got that wine. I do. My wine, so do not worry. Kat says a bit of lag ? But we are back. All right, so it could be because we're doing multiple live watch alongs at the same time. So if that's the case, I do apologize up front for that. But like I said, I will try my best to fix that as we go along here when I get the opportunity to do so. Let's see. I'll make my mic a little bit louder, so let's see if that works. Danelle says, I see you wearing that ugly Devils Argent jersey, which they are wearing tonight. I mean, it makes sense considering the Devils are wearing this. The Devils are on the power play right now. Nico Hischier tries a short angle try, and a rebound try is stopped by Binnington. So the Devils currently on a power play. Not sure exactly what it was, but now a shot there and a one-timer on the right side, and that one is stopped by Binnington as well. Blues trying to clear it. They cannot. Now it's behind the net, and actually I think they might have called an offsides there. So stoppage of play again. 2:20 to go in the opening period and 1:39 to go on the man advantage for the Devils with them trailing 1-0. So again, I'm not sure exactly what the penalty was, but the Devils already with a couple of good opportunities on the power play in the first more or less 21 seconds. It was actually a 2-minute hooking call against Ilya Barbashev. So that is the penalty. So Devils come back into the zone. Tatar gets it over to Bratt. He'll wrap it around the boards. Devils power play 22nd in the NHL with a 20.3% success rate. Dougie Hamilton now sets it up. Gets it over to Bratt. Back to Dougie Hamilton with a wrist shot. That would have stopped. Follow-up try there. Scramble in front. And the ref blows the whistle as Binnington stops it. Jordan Binnington has been on fire so far in this one as he has stonewalled the Devils numerous times. TJ Watt says the Blues are winning the Stanley Cup. I mean, for them, they're hoping it's another Gloria-type 2019, but right now there's still a couple points out of playoff spot. Kat says the Devils have an awful jersey selection. I know that people are still not fans of these, and I get it, but, I mean, there's probably much worse jerseys than the Devils. What's going on, Mason? Good to see you again, my friend. Hope you're doing well. Thank you for hanging out with us. Don't forget to leave a like on the stream while you're here, my friend. Devils set up on the power play again. Jack Hughes turns around, gets it over to Dougie Hamilton. Hamilton waits, gets it over to Bratt. Back to Dougie Hamilton, over to left side to Jack Hughes, who loses the puck. Gets over to Tatar, gets the puck knocked off him, and the Blues are able to get it and clear. Liam says it's still cutting in and out. So when we get at the end of the period, I'll try to see if I can fix it and kind of go from there. Liam, I do apologize. What's going on, RJ? Good to see you again, my friend. Hope you're doing well. Don't forget, as always, my friend, to leave a like on the stream while you're here. Shots are 13-5 in favor of the Devils, but they're currently trailing 1-0. And now here come the Blues the other way. Shorthanded, might be a 2-on-1. Takes a shot, and that one goes wide. Buchnevich with a follow-up try, and it hits the side of the net. Palat now takes it for New Jersey. Here they come the other way. Eric Holla up the right side, drops off to Palat. Palat feeds it over to Miles Wood, but he couldn't get enough of it. As now Damon Severson, can he keep it in? He can. As now Alexander Holtz with the puck, gets it over to Miles Wood. Wood waits. He's now behind the net, gets it to Palat. Palat now one-time drive by Severson, and that one just goes wide. Power play is up for New Jersey. They could not score on it. Now the Devils keeping it in. Now Severson with the puck with 30 seconds to go in the period. One-time shot by Palat, and that one is blocked by someone on St. Louis. Blues trying to get out. They can't. Severson with it now. One-time shot from Holtz, and that one is stopped by Binnington. Holla now tried to feed it over to Holtz, who was going to the bench. So the Devils will have to go back and set up 13 seconds to go in this period. Maybe one last rush for the Devils if they hurry. Severson tried to get it over to Boquist, but it went off his skate and taken away by St. Louis. They'll settle it down, and that will do it for the first period of play. So despite the Devils being the more dominant team when it came to shots on goal and honestly chances, the Blues got a really good one opportunity on a great deflection by Jordan Kyrou, and they have the lead after 20 minutes, with the score being 1-0 Blues. So, what do you guys think so far of this game? Let me know in the comments section. That would be great. Liam Wolf, let me know. We are now 2.98 subscribers, so you know what? Let's get to 3,000 by the end of tonight. And I spoke to my good buddy Dylan and my boss. He said that once we get to 3,000 subscribers, we'll do a giveaway. So make sure you guys get involved in that. Kat says, go Blues. Jeff Nelson, what's going on, man? Good to see you. Watching the Canadians play for gold. I'm sure a lot of you Canadian fans are watching that one. Damn, no penalty for goalie interference. No goalie interference on that one. Bro, Connor Bedard is too insane. What are your thoughts on him? My thoughts, honestly, Mason, on Connor Bedard is that he really is a once-in-a-generational talent. This kid is a man playing amongst boys, and he's younger than most of the guys playing, which is absolutely insane. And the fact that he's averaging nearly a goal and a half per period in this World Juniors is unbelievable. So whoever gets this guy, honestly, whoever gets this guy is going to be one happy team, that's for sure. Danelle says that 2024 NHL Winter Classic between the Golden Knights and Kraken. Happy that it's new teams and not the same boring teams like Penguins, Bruins, Capitals, Blackhawks. Yeah, it's a nice change of teams. The two newest expansion teams going at it in Seattle next year. Gave you a like for the live stream, Neil. Thank you, Danelle. Scoreboard update. Nashville and Carolina tied at 1 goal apiece. A little bit under 4 minutes to go in the first period. Thank you, RJ. Angus said, hello, Jeff. How are you doing? Angus is saying hello to Jeff. He is the next McDavid, question mark. It's very possible with the way he plays, the speed and the excitement that he brings. He really could be the next Connor McDavid. But talking to Ellis Corner on Twitch, as far as the goaltender interference, there really was not much of anything there. It was relatively clean. What's going on, hockey fan? Good to see you, my friend. Hope you're doing well. Don't forget to leave a like on the stream while you're here. Blue Jackets still up 1-0 over Washington late in the first period. Mace says he wants to be Connor Bedard, not going to lie. I think a lot of us wish we could have the skill and the ability like Connor Bedard. So, before we continue on here, we're going to step aside for the first time tonight to get a word from our sponsors. And once again, a big thank you and shout out to our sponsors at DraftKings Sportsbook for sponsoring this live watch along and everything we do here at the Hockey Podcast Network. Don't forget, guys, if you want to get in on the unbelievable opportunities to cash in and get major cash prizes with DraftKings, go to DraftKings Sportsbook right now, sign up, use our promo code, which you can see right here, THPN, and tell them that your boy Neil Villapiano sent you. So welcome to the first intermission report of our game here between the Devils and Blues. And after one period of play, thanks to an impressive tipped goal by Jordan Kyrou, his 19th of the year, the Blues, despite for the most part being relatively outplayed, are actually up 1-0 after 20 minutes of play. So Devils had a lot of opportunities, but Jordan Binnington has been strong so far through 20. They played a bunch of hockey at my local rink. Nice. Very nice. Let's see here. Some more score updates. No score between the Kraken and Leafs after one. Canadiens and Rangers tied after one as well. Also, Flyers up 1-0 in Philadelphia against the Coyotes after one. What is going on, Andrew B? Good to see you as always, my friend. Thank you for hanging out with us tonight. Don't forget to smash that like button while you are here. We thank you for all of your support. I'm doing very well. Very happy to finally be doing another live watch along. It has been a while, and I know I haven't been as active on here as I've been before, but I'm glad nonetheless when I get the chance to do these games that I get to hang out with you guys. Currently, it's now 2-0 Canada in the gold medal game of the World Junior Championships, and make sure to go hang out with my good buddy Nate while he's doing the live watch along of that game as well, while you wait for the second period of our game to get going. Teams that haven't been in an outdoor game is, and I think Danelle mentioned this to me earlier, Kraken, Hurricanes, Blue Jackets, Panthers, and Coyotes. You can add the Golden Knights in there. Well, actually, no, they did play in an outdoor game, so my mistake there. But yeah, Kraken, Hurricanes, Blue Jackets, Panthers, and Coyotes. The Hurricanes are playing an outdoor game later this year, Stadium Series game at NC State against the Washington Capitals. So both the Kraken and Hurricanes will be the next two teams to come off the board, and then we'll have the Blue Jackets, Panthers, and Coyotes. It'll be interesting to see when those teams get an opportunity. Andrew B says, do you have your red wine? Of course I do, Andrew. I got it right here for you, my friend. Very, very good indeed. Very good. I wish I had the opportunity to watch the World Juniors. I definitely would have been doing live watch-alongs if I could, but since I don't have NHL Network and all that happy nonsense, I'm not able to. So I appreciate you guys giving me the updates for it. And shout out again to Nate of the Quack Report for doing the live watch-along of that gold medal game going on right now. But yeah, no, this has been a pretty good game so far. Again, if you're the Devils, you just got to keep pushing. You got to keep pushing because eventually the goals will come. You know, I don't think the Devils are going to go through this period again where, you know, all these goaltenders are just playing unbelievably over their head. I think the Devils are going to get some more opportunities, and I think they will cash in. Let's go on, Slinksy. Good to see you again, my friend. Hope you're doing well. Don't forget to leave a like on the stream while you're here. He says, did you hear the first thing Damar Hamlin, who the Buffalo Bills player who suffered cardiac arrest on Monday Night Football and nearly lost his life, but as of right now, he's doing okay and battling back. So did you hear the first thing Damar Hamlin asked when he woke up? Who won the game? That just shows his love for the sport. Yeah, he cannot talk, you know, because he still has a tube in his throat, so he's been typing through a computer. But the first thing he asked when he woke up is who won the game between the Bills and Bengals. And that game, according to the NFL, is not going to continue. So it'll be interesting to see what happens with that and with the whole seeding and playoffs and all that. RJ giving us an update. This actually was earlier today. USA defeated Sweden 9-8 in overtime to win the bronze medal. So the United States still walks away with a medal. Jadnell says prayers for Damar Hamlin. Yeah, I know it's been a rough couple of days for the Bills, and it's been a rough last 5-6 months for the city of Buffalo from a sports perspective, from a human perspective. It's just been very rough for them, and obviously not starting the year off with something like this. This is not what you want. But obviously, it's great that Damar is improving. He's still in relatively critical condition, but it's great that he is getting better and better. as the days go along. And hopefully he gets the opportunity where not only can he obviously get back to just living a healthy and happy life, but that maybe he gets the opportunity to potentially play again at some point, which would be absolutely phenomenal if he got the chance to do that. I will let you guys know, by the way, that the game will probably resume just before 8 o'clock, if you want to know that. He has use of his hands and his brain neurology sounds good. That makes me happy. That is a relief that he's starting to get all of his feelings back and everything. Sean says, Devils losing to the Blues? What happened? It was just a really nice deflected goal by Jordan Kyrou. That was been so far the difference in the game. And Jordan Binnington has just been tremendous so far in net for St. Louis. In all of the sports. Got a Twitch guy in here, innocent bystander 666. Yeah, all goalies are the weird guy, LOL. That's true. Goalies are of a different breed, that is for sure. You got to be pretty crazy to play that position. I played that position for a little bit of my hockey career, so I definitely can resonate. Andrew B says, I hope he can walk soon. I hope so too. I think that's the whole hope, and it's just hopefully day by day he continues to improve. Slinksy says Damar Hamlin's Kids Toy Drive charity, which has been shared throughout social media for the last couple of days, is now at $7.1 million. That is actually crazy. And I'm so glad that so many people have reached out in many different ways to help out Harmon in multiple ways, or Hamlin, excuse me, and that's just tremendous. Absolutely tremendous that his toy drive is that much of a success. I'm so happy that he's been able to do that. Good for him. And again, it's great that he is starting to get better and better as the days go along. Jeff's asking how my family is doing. My family is doing well, Jeff. Thank you. We had a tough month of December. All of us were dealing with some type of sickness. Wasn't able to really do a whole lot in terms of obviously being on here and podcasts and all that stuff. But the last two weeks or so, everybody's been feeling better, and it's great. And I'm really happy that we all got through that, with very little damage done, which is really a relief. So, yeah, my family's doing well. I'm doing well. And thank you guys so much for even caring about it and asking me. I really do appreciate it. Sorry about that. I'm choking on wine, of all things. That's lovely. Anyway. By the way, guys, in case you haven't already, because I know it's already the end of the first period, but I still like to do this, make sure to get your score predictions in by the beginning of the third period, because what I like to do is at the end of the game, whoever gets the score right or relatively close is going to get a special shout-out at the end of the stream. So if you haven't already, we have 7 predictions so far tonight. Make sure to leave your prediction in there. I play hockey and the stereotype covers all sports. Fair enough. What position, innocent, do you play? What position do you play, and where are you at in your hockey career? Would love to know that. I do enjoy, guys. I really do enjoy interacting with you guys. Jeff Nelson giving us a score prediction. He's going 4-3 Blues. I think someone else also said 4-3 Blues. Did anybody say? Well, actually, Pokemon Unboxing earlier said 4-3 Devils, so there's that. Andrew B cheering on Canada, saying, come on, Canada. Again, currently, it's the last time is Andrew informed me it is 2-0 Canada over Team Czechia. Slinky says, is it me or does it feel like superstars never get sick? They probably take some magic juice, no flu or colds. Well, if you ask Michael Jordan, he definitely had that flu game or stomach virus when he dropped. I already forgot how many points he dropped in that finals game off the top of my head. Andrew B going with a 6-4 prediction win for the Devils. Awesome. But go back to your question, Slinksy. Yeah, at the end of the day, you have to remember that these guys are in tip-top shape. They have some of the best trainers and doctors that they could go to that could give them stuff that could really help them immediately and put them in the best position to succeed. So that's really what it is. And their body types are just, as people might say, they're just built different in many ways. There are cases where stars do get sick and players do get sick, but obviously it doesn't seem to happen very often. So that is definitely something that is interesting to think about. But just to let you guys also know, the shots on goal are 14-5 in favor of the Devils. So, and it doesn't surprise me because I've seen the Devils many a times be in these positions where they're out shooting their opponent by a whopping margin, but they end up losing the game. And that's mainly because shots on goal really don't matter. What matters is when you create opportunities, what do? Do you take advantage of those chances? That's really what it's about. How are pronouncing the Czechia team? It's according to the country themselves. This was during last year's World Juniors. They wanted to be pronounced as Czechia, not the Czech Republic. So that's what it was. Like, it starts at the goalie and goes slowly from weird to serious. So goalie weird, defense a little less weird, wing serious, and center captain serious. Yeah, it's definitely weird how attitudes change depending on what position that you play. Pokemon Boxing is back. Good to see you again, my friend. Thank you as always for hanging out with us. Before we get this second period underway, we're going to step aside for another quick moment to get another word from our sponsors. All right, so we are just about ready to get underway in the second period. Devils down 1-0 after 20 minutes of play, thanks to a goal from Jordan Kyrou. So now we'll see if the Devils can get themselves going here in this second period. Score right now, Pokemon Unboxing is currently 1-0 St. Louis, as I just said. So there you go. But here we go. We'll see what happens here. You know the first period went by quick, by the way, when it's not even 8 o'clock Eastern time. It's not even 8 yet, and we're already about to begin the second period, which tells you that this second period is going to be long as hell. So we'll see. If McDavid leaves, he is coming to Toronto. Matthews left wing and Marner right wing. His favorite team was the Leafs as a kid. That would be absolutely ridiculous. That would be the definition of a super team in hockey with all of them. But I don't even know if they could have the money legitimately to do that. But here we go. Players at center ice. Puck is dropped. And the second period of our game between the Devils and the Blues is underway with Braden Shen coming right into the offensive zone. Waits for reinforcements and he'll dump it around the boards. So we'll see how both teams come out here in this second period. What is going on? Jason 3, shouting out from Twitch. It's a backhand try there. Slowly makes his way to Schmidt and he'll cover. But good to see you, Jason. Hope you're doing well. Don't forget, I actually don't know how this works, but I'll just say it anyway. Don't forget to leave a like on the stream, Jason, while you're on Twitch as well. If you go over to YouTube, make sure to leave a like on there as well. And they just announced again that Jack Hughes will be heading off to the 2023 NHL All-Star Game, which the festivities will be on February 34th in beautiful Sunrise, Florida, the home of the Florida Panthers. I don't know if it's ever been in Sunrise before. I don't think so. I know it's been in Tampa, but not at Sunrise. But now there'll also be a fan vote to get 10 other players in as well. So if you want to get someone else in there for the All-Star team of your favorite team, you got to get involved in that. He just said, that's too much running for me. Fair enough. Fair enough. As we get an offsides here against the Blues, we're slowly making our way through the first minute of the period. See, I told you, the second period is gonna slow down tremendously. It's going to. So it's not a surprise that Jack Hughes ends up being the Devils representative at the All-Star game. The guy has been unbelievable. He's currently on pace to score 47 goals, 47 assists for 94 points and a plus-minus of plus 26, which would all be career highs. And clearly, Jack Hughes is entering superstar mode, superstar level with the way he has been playing so far this year. As now Robert Thomas tries to feed it over to someone in front, but it gets blocked. St. Louis keeping it in, some solid pressure here. Thomas feeds it over to to Falk with a shot. That one gets blocked. Dougie Hamilton now tries to get out of the zone, but it's taken away by St. Louis. They have an opportunity. Cairo gets it over to Thomas with a high riser, and that one goes all the way out back into the St. Louis zone. Jordan Bennington will play it now for St. Louis. Got to be careful here as he nearly turned it over. Jack Hughes was swarming. As now here comes Justin Falk, leaves it over to 17 with a shot that gets deflected wide of the net. Dawson Mercer tries to get it, but just out of his reach, and he goes back into the St. Louis zone as Bennington again nearly turning it over. Not a surprise that Bennington likes to play the puck, but it's cost him a handful of times this year. Devils keeping it in right now. Boquist tries to feed it, but we get a stoppage of play for a high stick. Not a penalty, but just a high stick, because we're 1:51 into the period. Dougie Hamilton is one of 3 Devils to score an overtime goal for New Jersey versus the Blues. Who are the other 2? I literally have no idea. Mike Camilleri is one of my guesses. I don't know why. Mike Camilleri and Jamie Langenbrunner are going to be my 2 guesses for that question. If you guys think you know the answer or have the answer, leave it in the comments section. We'll see if you're right when we get the answer later on in the game. So the Blues dump it into the Devils zone here. As now 52 with a shot that gets deflected high up into the left side. McCullough now with the puck for St. Louis. Now taken away by Dougie. Now Siegenthaler gets it over to Alexander Holtz. And here come the Devils up the left side. Holtz now with speed. Coming in. Backhand feeds it over. And that shot deflects just wide on a good play there by Wood. Miles Wood nearly getting one home. But he couldn't get enough of it. So the Blues come back into the zone here. Kevin Ball over to McLeod. Now gets it over to Siegenthaler. The Devils will control. Long feed over to Miles Wood, who will dump it into the left corner of St. Louis. 43 reps around the boards, and now here come the Blues slowly the other way. Blues dump it back into the zone. Brendan Smith and 59 of St. Louis fighting at it. Kevin Ball now with the puck, taken away by 59. Now Palat gets it over to Nico Hischier, and here come the Devils the other way. Nico feeds it to Bratt. Bratt coming up the right side, stops on a dime, waits for everybody else. Still with the puck, gets over to Ryan Graves. Graves with a wrist shot through traffic, and that blocks to the left corner. Might have been blocked by somebody on the Devils in front. Either way, it does not reach the net. Dylan letting me know we are currently 11 subscribers away from 3,000. So guys, continue to share this with your family and friends. Get them to subscribe, and let's get to 3,000 subscribers on this channel by the end of this evening. And if we do, we are going to do a giveaway. I promise you. Dylan told me this. Is it said in the UK, lacrosse ain't really a thing. We have rugby, hockey, and soccer. All very, very competitive and very fun sports to watch in one way or another. It's now Eric Hall gets it top of the point to Severson with a slap shot through traffic. Now what a stop! Follow up try and they score! It's Jack Hughes! The All-Star knocks it in on a rebound! And the Devils, just about 4 minutes into the second, have tied this game up at 1. So David Severson with a drive, and then Jack Hughes just knocks it in on a rebound through some traffic. We'll see again here on the replay if there's any bit of suspicious activity going on in front. So Jack Hughes had the puck. He gave it over to Eric Holla. Holla got it top of the point to Severson. He took a slap shot. The first shot was stopped by the left leg pad of Binnington, but then Hughes, right place, right time. He just knocks it in. And number 86 gets himself a goal, and we are tied at 1. Jack Hughes with his 23rd goal of the season, first tonight. So the Devils have life. Now it says Devils tie the game. Yep. Angus says, very cool. Let's get 3,000. That would be great. It's amazing. Again, it's been a year and a half now, almost a year and a half since we started this channel. It's amazing how we're almost at 3,000. But continue to like this stream, guys, and also subscribe as well to this channel. As now Brad takes a shot to get stopped. Andre Palat goes behind the net, feeds it in front, and that shot just goes wide. Michael McLeod nearly giving the Devils the lead. Oh, great feed from Palat, but McLeod couldn't get enough of it. My wonderful mother saying score in all caps. Big time goal by the Devils. HC says my franchise mode Penn's team is 36-19-7. Very cool, HC. What's going on, Jason? Good to see you again. Thank you for saying hi. Don't forget to leave a like on the stream. And while you're here, thank you for hanging out with us. So the Devils finally get rewarded for a great chance. Just good positioning by Hughes. And he gets rewarded with his 23rd of the year. The shot from the point there by the Blues gets blocked. Now it's in the right corner of New Jersey. Brendan Smith gets it over. Two Devils players being bunched up here. Now Kevin Ball gets the puck knocked off him by 52 of St. Louis. Both teams whacking at it in the left corner in the New Jersey zone right now. Ref again telling the guys to move it, and now Brendan Smith gets it cleanly for New Jersey. He'll wait, makes a pass, and tried to get it over to Wood. Jack Hughes goal, 23rd of the year. From Severson and Halla at the 3:51 mark. That ties this game up at 1. Now here comes Graves, gets it over to Hughes. Hughes comes up the right side with speed. Tries to backhand it over to Tatar, but it was taken away by St. Louis. Now 59 to St. Louis, backhands it over to Nicoletti. Nicoletti has always been one of my favorite defensemen in the NHL, and it goes back to his days in Chicago and also playing on the island with the Islanders. He was a guy like before the Devils had all these young defensemen that I wanted the Devils to try to get for, veteran presence and just, good play. As now Blues player gets knocked down, no penalty. Long feed over there, couldn't get it. Now Dawson Mercer will just dump it into the St. Louis zone. Neil, remember when I said about the Devils' third alternate jersey is ugly? I would pick the home, away, reverse retro 1, 2 over the jersey. That's fair. That's fair. Everybody has to tell their opinion. I've kind of leaned more towards I've actually liked this more now that I have it, and I've seen it a lot more in person. It kind of grew on me just like the second reverse retro. It's kind of one of it. That's kind of the way I look at it. Some are spicier than others. It's very true. As now a shot there from St. Louis gets blocked in front, and here come the Devils the other way. Jesper Boquist looks to try to get a step. Boquist tries to feed it over in front, but he couldn't get enough of it. The Devils applying some pressure. Both teams with some good pressure here in the last couple of seconds. Now Devils try to get it again. Dawson Mercer fighting alone with it. Goes into the left corner. 77 backhands it over, and St. Louis will just get out of the zone as Parayko tries to feed a streaking. I think it was Barbashev might have been actually on that streaking pass, but it's just out of the reach. Devils come back the other way. Sharon Govich. He loses the puck. Now it's regained by Bratt. Jesper Bratt feeds it in front to Sharon Govich with a drive, and that one's deflected up and out of play. 12:34 to go in the second. Jack Hughes with his 23rd on the year ties the game up at 1 as both teams putting on some good pressure here in the last couple of moments. It says, do the Ducks actually have fans? Well, it's funny that you mention that because, again, this is one of 2 live watch-alongs we're currently doing right now here on the channel. My good buddy Nate Thomas, who covers the Anaheim Ducks here on the Hockey Podcast Network, is currently doing the live watch-along of the gold medal game of the World Juniors between Canada and Czechia. So, yes, there are indeed there's definitely more than a handful of Ducks fans. I'm very certain of that. HC says, record at the end of the season is 46-26-10, and we finished first in our division. Very cool. Neil, would you get the Devils Reverse Retro 2.0 jersey or not? I probably would. If it was cheaper. I mean, I've been spending a lot of money recently, Danelle, so I got to be careful what I spend. But, yeah, I probably would get it. I actually do like it. I actually do. Ducks is the worst team in the NHL. They certainly are in a very good position to be very much in the Connor Bedard sweepstakes. Andrew B says, what's happening here? Well, he just missed a couple minutes ago. Jack Hughes getting his 23rd on the year on a rebound, tied this game up at 1. And that is so far what you've missed. Beat the Red Wings out in 5. Awesome, HC. Good job as always, my friend. Shots are currently 19-8 in favor of the Devils. So we've nearly gone through the halfway point of this game, and the Blues have still yet to reach 10 shots on goal. So just good job defensively so far from the Devils. Still 2-0 Canada. 4-on-4 for 8 minutes. That is a lot of time. Ducks fans can wear paper bags over their head while styling a duck beak. That would be hilariously creative, Angus, if some fans did that. As now Palat gets it over to Siegenthaler. He tried to make a pass, but he hesitated, and then it was knocked out of the zone by St. Louis. Today is Shane Wright's birthday. Happy birthday to Shane Wright, the top draft pick of the Seattle Kraken. Now Palat takes a soft slap shot that gets easily sticked aside by Jordan Binnington. I'm sure Shane Wright would love to cap off his birthday with a gold medal for Team Canada. We'll see if he gets it. The Devils have it. Backhands it over to Dougie Hamilton. Hamilton now with the puck. Makes a long feed there just out of the reach of Nico Hischier, and that will be enough for an icing. Face-off back in the Devils zone here. 11:53 to go in the second. 1-1 here between the Devils and Blues. Metropolitan Division standings at the moment. Carolina in first with 56 points. Devils in second with 51. Rangers in third with 48. And the Capitals are also tied with the Rangers at 48 points and 46 for the Islanders. So again, Metropolitan Division, so right now, very, very tight. Let's see here. Jason is also, I think, hanging out with us on YouTube as well. Thank you, Jason. Thank you for liking and subscribing, my friend. Vancouver dud. Okay. If y'all have kids, sign in on their accounts and get them into hockey. LOL. I mean, I'm not encouraging that at all. I'm not going to say anything. Andrew B says that Shane Wright already has a goal today. So Wright definitely having himself a hell of a game. Probably making the Canadians regret that they didn't draft him number 1 overall. And you can't really knock on the Devils for not taking him at 2 because they really didn't need him. They have already like a boatload of centers that he just didn't fit. And now Jack Hughes with a shot. That one gets blocked. Follow try there and he scores! It's Jack Hughes! He picks up his own rebound and buries it past Binnington. His second of the game. And with 11:13 to go in the second, the Devils have the lead. It's 2-1. So Jack Hughes showing you why he is an all-star and why he is a superstar in the making as he gets himself another beauty here. That's now 3 goals in 2 games. First shot, he whiffed on it after a good stick check from Nick Leddy. Took a second, and it went through the legs, I think, of Binnington. We'll see it again here. No, it just went right under the gloved arm of Binnington. And the Devils have themselves another goal. So that is big. Hughes is a scoring machine. Abso-freaking-lutely, my wonderful mother says. There's no doubt about that. Jack Hughes, second of the night, 24th on the year. And that is damn impressive that Jack Hughes is on this much of a tear right now. Also, he's on my fantasy team, so this just makes me feel even happier that he's doing this well. But now the Blues an opportunity, 49 with a shot that gets blocked. Blues trying to keep it in. They cannot. Blues have an opportunity one time. Shot there from Shen, and he whiffed at it. Now the Devils come the other way. It's Jack Hughes up the center of the ice, waiting for reinforcements. Drops it off to Tatar. He controls the puck, but it gets knocked off by Brandon Saad. And now a turnover here. Jack Hughes with the puck. Jack Hughes waits, tries to feed it over and gets it to Severson. That shot there from Tatar goes right into the breadbasket of Binnington, and he'll cover. Lots of action right now. As Binnington just getting peppered with shots. Devils now have 21 shots on the night and now have 2 goals and the lead right now with 10:21 to go in the second. It also says teams that need Bedard: Ducks, Coyotes, Flyers, Blue Jackets, Canadians, Blackhawks, Sharks. I would say Ducks, Coyotes, Blackhawks, and Sharks are the teams that desperately need a guy like Connor Bedard. Angus says, oh well, the Blues can be streaky. I mean, they did win 6-5 in a shootout in their last game against Toronto, so go figure. Jack Hughes goes second tonight, 24th of the year, comes at the 8:47 mark, and it's unassisted. Blues now with control in the offensive zone. 59 gets it over to Nick Leddy. Leddy with space takes a shot, and that one rings off the post. Here comes Jesper Bratt the other way, one-on-one with a defenseman. Bratt makes a move, takes a shot, and that one gets blocked. Devils trying to get it back, but it's taken away by St. Louis. So Nick Leddy, because of the iron, gets denied of tying this game up at 2. So I'm sure Schmid will give a love tap to the post at some point. Now a drive there from St. Louis gets blocked in front. Devils whacking it out of the zone. It'll go back into St. Louis zone, but not enough for an icing. As now Bertuzzi with the puck, Bertuzzo. St. Louis dumps it into the right corner. Jordan Kyrou with the only goal so far for St. Louis is behind the net, taken away by the Devils. Here they come. Michael McLeod up the center of the ice, gets it over to Alexander Holtz. He stops, feeds it in front. That one gets deflected and had to make a save was Binnington, and then someone crashes the net. No stoppage of play here. Devils get it out of the zone, and finally a whistle here. As Binnington got his stick knocked off him. I think Binnington's asking why there might not have been a penalty. I don't think there is a penalty, though. So we get a stop here with 9:03 to go in the second. As Andre Palat a little bit hung over on the bench. So hopefully that's not a bad sign. I mean, he is coming back from a groin injury that he's been out for the last 2+ months. We're going to stop at your play here. 9:03 to go in the second. Jack Hughes with his second of the night gives the Devils now a 2-1 lead here in New Jersey. Danelle says, watching the Devils versus Blues, Rangers, Canadiens both right now, and then the Islanders later tonight starting at 9, be about 45 minutes, as they are in Edmonton taking on the Oilers. So Jack Hughes, he got acknowledged as the Devils representative for the All-Star game, and he shows you with 2 goals tonight, goals 23 and 24. He is only 6 away from being a 30-goal scorer, which I don't even remember the last time the Devils had a 30-goal scorer. I could not tell you. I think it might have been Taylor Hall in his 17-18 Hart Trophy year. I think that might have been the last time. But despite the 2 goals, I mean, Jordan Binnington has done everything he can so far to keep the Blues in this game. And again, the Devils are already at 23 shots on goal, and the Blues in more than half the game have still yet to reach 10 shots on goal. So the Devils, this looks like more of a game that the Devils were playing earlier this year when they were on that 13-game winning streak and just playing really well. A lot of shots on goal, getting goals, not too many shots on goal given up, and they've played really well. Andrew B, let me know. Canada is up 2-0 after 2 against Czechia in the gold medal game of the World Junior Championship. So we'll see if Canada can lock it down in the final 20. Danelle says, Neil, as a local fan for football, happy that the Giants are in the playoffs. I am a Giants fan, so I'm definitely happy the Giants are in the playoffs. The first time since 2016. Jets missed the playoffs for the 12th straight season. Sucks losing 5 straight. At the end of the day, the Jets have really have nobody to blame but themselves for the fact that they have Zach Wilson. He is a total bust. And the longer that they try to play him, the worse it's going to get. It's apparently been reported that Zach Wilson may actually play this week due to the fact that Mike White may not be fully healthy. But it really doesn't matter, as the Jets will miss the playoffs, as Danelle said, for the 12th time in a row. So they are still with the longest active playoff drought. And I really thought when they were 7-4 that they were going to get it done. But 5 losses in a row is not going to help you. Leafs scored 1-1. It's now 2-1 Seattle in Toronto against the Leafs. The Leafs struggling a bit of late. So that puck goes down. No icing as Binnington will stop, and he's still holding the puck and finally plays it. Again, Binnington really likes to play that puck, man, and sometimes it works and sometimes he gives up a bad goal. Got to be careful. Now, a long feed there just out of the reach of Tatar, and that will be an icing here against the Devils. 8:13 to go in the second. 2-1 Devils thanks to 2 goals from Jack Hughes. I think it would be very impressive, honestly, if the Devils were able to keep the Blues under 10 shots on goal after 2 periods. You got 8:13 to go in the second, so a lot of time here. Nets winning streak ended last night. Sucks they've been playing well. Knicks are playing sort of good. Yeah, it's unfortunate the Nets did lose last night, but it's all good. They're still in very good position, second place in the Eastern Conference. Knicks kind of up and down right now, but I still think they'll make the playoffs. Puck back into the St. Louis zone as now Kevin Falk will play it. Falk now with it. Justin Falk, excuse me. Why am I thinking Kevin Falk for some reason? Anyway, Justin Falk now dumps it back into the Devil's zone. Siegenthaler now with it. Makes a pass off the boards. Eric Hall has it with a step. Tried to get it over to Tatar, just out of his reach. Tatar gets it back. Now he regains it with control. Tatar gets it over to Dougie Hamilton with a shot that just goes wide. Jack Hughes now with the puck. He gets it over to Tatar, who loses it in the left corner. Hall fighting with Nick Leddy. Now Hughes gets it. Gets over to Hamilton. Back over to Jack Hughes. Dumps it back to Dougie Hamilton now. Hamilton with the puck. Tries to dump it back. Loses it. Fighting with two Blues defensemen. Now Hughes gets over to Eric Halla. Halla now pinned by Falk and Robert Thomas. Looking for reinforcements, but it's taken away by Thomas. And now the Blues are able to just get it out of the zone. But Jack Hughes now takes it immediately away. Waiting for his teammates to make a change. And now Hamilton will dump it into the zone with 6:55 to go in the second period. Excuse me. Puck in the right corner right now in the St. Louis zone. Blues trying to get it out. Brendan Smith gets it over just out of the reach of Dawson Mercer, but he regains it. Mercer now gets it over, and a drive there by Ball gets blocked by Kyrou, and Kyrou will hold it, tries to get it over to his teammate Buchnevich, but just out of his reach. Here come the Devils the other way. Sharon Govich. He tried to drop past the Bokus, who will just dump it in. 43 now gets taken away by Sharagovich. He gets crunched into the left boards. No penalty. Good hit there. Boquist now with it. Gets it over and a drive by Smith, and that one gets deflected wide. Devils still in the zone here. Sharagovich with the puck behind the net. Using the power move. Backhands it over, but it's taken away by St. Louis. And they still are struggling to get out of the zone with 6 minutes to go in the period. Mercer now feeds it over to Smith with a drive, and that one gets blocked as well. Good pressure here by this group for the Devils. Sharon Govich behind the net. Gets it over to Smith. Smith with a shot. That one's deflected just wide by Boquist. And now the Blues are able to finally get it out of the zone. And now Smith gets it over and deflects off of Boquist. And Binnington will play it as both teams make a change. Really good job there by that third line of New Jersey. Here comes the Devils again. Now Miles Wood with a shot that just goes wide. Severson wraps it around the boards just out of the reach of Wood behind the net. And Bortuzzo will get it out for St. Louis. And here they come. Might have a 2-on-1. Tries to get over to 52, but that one's blocked by Holtz. Blues get it back. Gets over to right side to Parayko. Parayko waits. Feeds it for a one-time shot. That one gets blocked by the Devils. Ryan Graves out with the puck, and he'll flip it out of the zone. Good defensive play there by New Jersey with 5 minutes to go in the second period. As now Damon Severson tries to get it. He turns over the puck. Blues couldn't control it enough. Still have it in the zone here. 59 now with it for St. Louis. Gets to top of the point. Shot there. Deflected. That one is stopped by Schmid. And now the Devils look to come the other way. Michael McLeod with the puck. And he'll just lightly dump it in as both teams make a change. Did you watch the Raptors game? Loss in OT epic game. I don't know which one you're referring to. I remember the Nets. It's talking about last night. I did not see it. I was watching the Devils. As now an opportunity here for the Devils in the zone. Pratt with space. Gets over Nico with a shot. And he couldn't get enough. And that soft shot goes wide. He had all day to shoot that one. Blues come back into the zone with a shot. That one gets blocked in front. Dougie Hamilton now gets it over to Siegenthaler. And here come the Devils slowly back the other way. Nico Hischier tries to deke around one defender. Gets around one. Tries to get over to Pratt. Gets to Dougie with a shot through traffic. That one is stopped. Scramble in front of the crease, and we get a whistle. 4 minutes exactly to go in the second. Things have picked up for both teams intensity-wise, but it's still 2-1 New Jersey late here in the second period. A lot of people don't like Leah Hextall calling games for ESPN for NHL as the screams on TV, not a good announcer. Yeah, I've said this before about Leah Hextall. She's good as an on-ice reporter, but not as the lead broadcaster because obviously her loud screams are not great. And also she does botch a lot of players' names and also does forget milestones. Like I think there was a milestone that Matt Barzal of the Islanders got recently, and Leah Hextall didn't even acknowledge the fact that it happened. And that was kind of a thing that really annoyed people. So it is what it is. It's unfortunate that we have to deal with it, but, not much we can really do about it. Sometimes Jordan Binnington needs to focus more on his game than committing dumb mistakes. Yeah, Angus, he is the master of creating dumb mistakes, that's for sure. What's going on, Ronnie? Good to see you as always. Good buddy of mine on Twitter. Huge supporter of the podcast. He says, there goes my boy, my confidant, Neil Villapiano. You're killing it tonight, my man. Thank you, Ronnie, for your support of the podcast as well as here on these live watch-alongs. Don't forget to leave a like as well as subscribe, my friend. Really does help out the channel. We are less than 10 subscribers away from 3,000. Continue to subscribe, guys. That would be absolutely awesome. Happy New Year as well to you, Andrew B. Thank you, man. My holidays were quiet because, again, we were dealing with some sickness, but overall was very solid. We're actually still going to have Christmas Eve dinner because we didn't get to do it on Christmas Eve. We're having it this Saturday. So a little bit late, but better late than ever, and we're having a lot of people over. It's going to be great. Andrew B. says, I did hit the like. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Andre Plot, +1 rating with 2 shots, 3 hits in his return. His first game since October 24th. He had surgery on his groin earlier this year, and this is his first game back. Beat out the Canes in 7. Good for you, man. Good for you. Devils win the face-off here. Siegenthaler with a shot that gets blocked, and it comes right out in front, but the Blues are able to get it out of there. Trying to get it out of the zone, and they just do. Also, I forgot to tell you, Neil, for the Reverse Retro 2 jerseys of Devils, Rangers, Islanders that I showed you, I also got the Reverse Retro beanie, knit hats to match the jerseys. Very cool. Very cool, Danelle. Glad that you got those matching tires. That's 49 with a shot, and he scores! What an absolute beautiful shot from Barbashev. He goes top shelf up the post and in, and with 3.5 minutes to go in the second, the Blues have tied it at 2. And that is unfortunate because, again, the Devils have just been dominant in this game, but the Blues have taken advantage. Just a nice shot through a screen. Not much that Akira Schmidt could do there. And, yeah, the Blues tied up at 2. So, again, that is actually the 10th shot on goal for the Blues. So it took them nearly 2 periods to get 10, but they have scored. Ivan Barbashev, just his 6th of the year. He ties the game up at 2 goals apiece. So that is not what you wanted if you're the Devils. So now we'll see who can get the next one there. Excuse me, that was the 11th shot on goal for St. Louis. Shots are 24-11 in favor of the Devils here in this one so far. One-time shot there from Jordan Kyrou is stopped by Schmidt. Now the Blues putting on some good pressure here in the offensive zone. Now Robert Thomas with the puck. Gets over top of the point. Can Parayko keep it in? He does, but Sharangovich takes it away, and now here come the Devils. Boquist up the center of the ice, drops it off to Mercer. Mercer tried to dump it into the zone, but it's blocked by 77. Blues can't get it out. 77 regains it, and he's able to bounce it off the boards and out. Long feed off the boards, having nobody there. Ivan Barbashev, his 6th of the year at the 16:27 mark. Brandon Saad and Justin Falk with assists on that one. Now come the Blues, 2:38 and ticking to go in the second. Game tied at 2. We've had 3 goals in this period, 2 from the Devils and 1 from St. Louis. Angus is pumped up after that Barbashev goal. A lot of high expectations for Ivan Barbashev this year, but it has definitely been a disappointment. It's, again, like I mentioned, that goal was just his 6th of the year. Offsides here against St. Louis with 2:20 to go in the second period. Devils leave him wide open and bad goal towards the end of the period. Yeah, they definitely gave him too much space on that shot, and he made them pay. So that was definitely frustrating, especially being a relatively late goal. But you still got 2:20 to go in this period to maybe potentially get a late goal yourself and regain the lead before the end of this period. Is now Michael McLeod in the left side, spins around a defender, gets the puck back, tries to feed it in front of Wood, but it's taken away by St. Louis, and the Blues will dump it out. So we have 2 minutes to go here in this second period. Game tied at 2. Most recent goal coming from Ivan Barbashev. His 6th of the year is now Michael McLeod with the puck. Feeds in front to Wood, and that one's deflected just out of the reach of Wood. That would have been a great chance there. Blues come back the other way. They'll dump it in. So Siegenthaler is the first one to get there for New Jersey. Looking for some help there. Good pressure here by St. Louis. 52 with the puck. Stops on a dime. Gets crunched by two Devils players. Blues get it back. That one's just out of the reach, and now Holtz will take it away for New Jersey. Alexander Holtz, he'll just dump it in as both teams will make a change here with 1:20 to go in the second period, still 2-2. That puck deflect up into the air. Tatar almost was able to get it cleanly, but just out of the reach. The puck goes back into the Devils zone here behind the Devils net. Siegenthaler backhands it over to Dougie Hamilton, and now Haula, he turns over the puck. St. Louis trying to control here, but they can't. 1 minute to go here in the period. Can either team get a late goal here and try to grab that momentum? Blues with it now. Tries to feed it in front. Couldn't get it. Parayko still with it now. Gets it into the right corner. Blues the puck. Gets it over to the left side to 77. He'll dump it over to the left side. There's now a penalty coming up here. Sorry about that. My connection screwed up there for just a minute, but there is a penalty here against the Devils. So the Devils will be going to the penalty kill here for the first time tonight, and the Blues, with less than a minute to go in the second, have a chance to maybe score on the man advantage. 38 and a half seconds to go in this period here with the game tied at 2. Beat the Sabres out in 7 or up 3-0 on the Avs series. Very cool, HC. Very cool indeed. Face-off won here by the Devils. Michael McLeod tries to get it out, and he does. So with 30 seconds to go in the period, Blues power play, 23.4% success rate, good for 14th in the NHL. So a pretty solid power play. Devils penalty kill, 7th in the NHL at 82% success rate, and they clear it again with 15 seconds to go in the period. Be behind the net. Let's see if the Blues will take one last chance here. 10 seconds to go. Long feed there. Robert Thomas just out of the reach. And then Akira Schmid will just cover it with 7.8 to go in the period. 90 seconds to go on the Blues power play. Devils could be up 3-1 if they would have gotten their scoring chance. Yeah, they had a couple of chances prior to the Blues tying it that could have made it 3-1, but just couldn't cash in. So probably one last face-off here before the end of the period. Face-off to the right of Schmid. Face-off won by the Devils, trying to get it out. Second opportunity they do, and that will do it for the second period of play. So Jack Hughes gets his 23rd and 24th goal of the year. That made it 2-1 Devils. But then with 3.5 minutes to go in the period, Ivan Barbashev gets his 6th of the year, ties it up at 2, and we're all even after 40 minutes of play. So, again, guys, what do you think so far of this one after 40? Do you see the Devils finding a way to win this one, or does St. Louis get it done and get another big-time victory against the tough opponent on the road? We will see how things progress. But before we get to our intermission break, we'll step aside for another moment to get another word from our sponsors. And welcome here, everybody, to the second intermission report of our game between the St. Louis Blues and the New Jersey Devils. And after 40 minutes of play, we got a good one, as both teams are tied at 2 goals apiece. If you're just tuning in, welcome, first and foremost. Don't forget to like as well as subscribe. But here's what you missed so far. Jordan Kyrou got the only goal of the first period on a nice deflection goal, 19th of the year for him. And then Jack Hughes in the second period scored the next 2 goals, his 23rd and 24th of the year, to make it 2-1. And then with 3:33 to go in the second period, Ivan Barbashev tied it up at 2 with his 6th of the year, a nice snipe top shelf. That is what you've missed so far after 40 minutes of play. RJ giving us a boatload of score updates. 3-0 Rangers over the Canadiens after late in the second period. Blue Jackets now, Capitals now up 2-1 on the Blue Jackets. Ronnie says, with every passing game in these jersey, I fall more and more in love with their simple yet classy design. Love the captain sweater, by the way. Thank you, Ronnie. Appreciate it, man. 3-2 Carolina over Nashville in the second period. Oh, actually, it's 2-2 between Washington and Columbus. 4-2 Flyers over Arizona in the second. Kraken up 4-1 on the Leafs in Toronto late in the second period. That is crazy. Ronnie says, if you're watching the Devils with us, drop everything. Jack Hughes is being interviewed. Well, he was just interviewed on television. RJ, let me know. We have currently 19 likes on the stream tonight. Thank you guys, as always, for the support. But again, don't forget to not only like, but subscribe. We are less than 10 subscribers away from 3,000. So please make sure to subscribe, because once we get to 3,000, we're going to be doing a giveaway. I promise you. Ronnie says, what a legend. He also says, man, it was just a regular interview. He didn't look to hate it as much. I mean, sometimes guys are not the biggest fans of these of those interviews. I get it. There's some people who are media people, and then there are some who are not. So, I get it. I totally get it. But I mean, one of the things that's been very frustrating from the Devils' perspective is just the fact that the Devils have pretty much been dominating this game from start to finish, and they're tied. And it's not like the both goals that they've given up are bad goals. It's just bad defensive play. On the first one that Dougie Hamilton just let Jordan Kyrou get a step on him, that should have happened. Second one, too much space for Barbashev to take that shot. And, of course, he's going to bank that in. It was just a great shot overall. So, I mean, at the end of the day, just some bad defensive relapse. Relapses in the defensive zone is what's been costing us so far. But, again, there's still a lot of time left to play. You got the whole third period, a lot of time left to go. And the funny thing is, I'll tell you this. These are the games that I don't mind necessarily going to overtime if it means we get the second point in overtime or shootout, because it doesn't really affect us when it comes to the standings in terms of St. Louis, because they're in the Western Conference. So it really doesn't matter. So that's kind of the funny thing with it, that that's how it goes. So, but I hope it doesn't have to go to overtime/shootout. That would be not ideal, because the Devils are not tremendous in overtime, and they're certainly not good in shootout. RJ giving us an update from our other live watch-along that we're doing right now. My good friend Nate Thomas currently also here doing a live watch-along of Canada versus Czechia 2023 World Junior Gold Medal game. It is 2-0 Canada after 2. So they are getting close to starting the third period. And we'll see if Canada can once again claim gold in their own freaking country, which I'm going to argue that this is getting ridiculous, that the World Juniors is constantly in effing Canada. I'd like it for it to change up every now and then. I'm not necessarily saying it needs to be in the U.S. I'm saying, can we pick other countries and just try to be a little creative here? That's kind of my whole... That's basically what you would call my rant about that. So that's just kind of like my feelings towards it all. Other than that, it's a great event. You get to see the stars of tomorrow in the NHL play, like guys like Connor Bedard, Shane Wright, Luke Hughes, guys like that, Fantinelli as well. Just tremendous talent up and down these rosters. Just to let you guys know also, just in case you'd like to know, I'd say around like 850, 851 is when the third period will start. We have a new member of THPN. It is our friend Julia. Julia, thank you so much for becoming a new member of THPN. There are subscribers and then there are members. And if you want to become a member, you click on the join button at the bottom of the stream here on YouTube. And if you do, you get yourself some custom emojis, and obviously your name comes up in green and you get your questions and comments answered as much as possible. So, Julia, thank you so much for becoming a new member of THPN. So if you want to be a new member as well, just click join. I think it's like !join, and I think the bot will tell you. And also, guys, again, just before this third period gets underway, you still have time to put in your score predictions. We currently have 9. So if anybody else wants to leave themselves a score prediction for tonight's game, you could do so. And if you are correct, I will give you a special shout out at the end of the stream. I think that's an offer. I think that's an offer that you may not want to refuse. Showing a replay. I think they're showing a replay on the television of the Barbashev goal, and was it Brendan Saad that made the pass? I think it was. You could make an argument that it could have been offsides, but it's tough because if you challenge it and you're wrong, you go to a penalty kill. So you got to be pretty sure. But even if you're pretty sure, the ref can still end up screwing you. Like, that's the unfortunate thing with this whole situation. Also, let you guys know about shots on goal. Shots are currently 24-13 in favor of the Devils through 40 minutes of play. So Binnington has stopped 22 of 24, while Akira Schmid, who just got called up today from the Utica Comets of the AHL, has stopped 11 of 13. And again, the big news here in this one for the Devils is that Andre Palat, for the first time since late October, is in the lineup. He is playing tonight after suffering a groin injury. He had surgery on it and it kept him out since then. So it's great that number 18 is back here as he is still getting acclimated to being a New Jersey Devil. And as I just mentioned moments ago, Akira Schmid got called up today from the Utica Comets, while Mackenzie Blackwood, the backup for the Devils, was hurt in the morning skate prior to last night's game against the Detroit Red Wings. He actually got a puck shot to his hand. So he was taken out of this game for precautionary reasons because I believe he was actually supposed to play, I think he was supposed to play last night, and then Vitek Vanacek at the start tonight. But Vanacek at the start last night was tremendous despite giving up 1 goal, nearly got himself a shutout. He was 2 minutes away from a shutout, but did not happen. But this has been a good game so far through 40 minutes of action. So it'll be very interesting to see how both these teams come out in this third period. If you're the Devils, let's look at it from both teams' perspective. We'll start with St. Louis, actually. If you're St. Louis, look, you have been, for the most part, getting outplayed left and right. You've been in a very, very, you've been in a game where, honestly, it's just been, very difficult to kind of slow down the Devils. But you're tied. Throughout all that, you've taken advantage of some good opportunities and you've scored. Now it's about, can you continue to take advantage of those opportunities and ultimately find a way to get a big dub and steal some points on the road? And if you're the Devils, you just got to keep pressing. Offensively, you just got to keep pushing because more goals are going to come. Defensively, got to tighten up a little bit. Be a little bit more physical. Not give the Blues too much space, because if you give them too much space, as you've seen on both goals, they're going to end up striking on it. So you got to be careful with that. HC says, and my team goes back-to-back Stanley Cups at NHL 23. Congrats to you, HC. Very, very cool, my friend. It's very impressive of you to do. This has been a good game so far. I mean, if you're a hockey fan, right? If you're just a hockey fan, you want to see games like this where, it's close going into the third. There's a lot of excitement. You got some good players on the ice. Jordan Kyrou, Jack Hughes, guys like that really stepping up and making big-time plays. And Jack Hughes, I mean, again, he's the Devils representative in the All-Star game, second consecutive All-Star game for him. And he's got himself his 23rd and 24th of the year. And we'll see if he can get himself his second hat trick of the season here going into the third period. And I know I said this before, but I'll say it again, guys. Again, if you want to get yourself a score prediction, if you want to give yourself an opportunity to get a shutout, don't forget, if you haven't already, to leave a score prediction in the chat. And again, if you are correct, I will give you a special shout out at the end of tonight's stream. This is what I do at the end of every live watch along. So according as I just checked, we are so close. We are, again, less than 10 subscribers away from 3,000. So guys, continue to like this stream, share with your family and friends. And again, the only way, especially here on YouTube, that you can interact with us is by subscribing. So make sure you guys are subscribed. Make sure you guys give yourself a chance to be a part of the first 3,000 subscribers. And I will say it again, once we get to 3,000, we're going to do a special giveaway. So if you want to be a part of that, you want to see us do a giveaway, get some cool merch and things like that, better get yourself involved in this, man. It's going to be awesome. So again, shots of 24-12 in favor of the Devils after 40 minutes. Devils are 0-for-1 on the power play. Blues have over a minute left to go on a power play going into the third, so we'll see what they do with that. Jack Hughes got goals 23 and 24 in the year, made it 2-1, and Ivan Barbashev, his sixth of the year, tied it up at 2. So a lot of goals in that second period. We'll see how many more goals we get tonight and who can get the dub in this one. This has been good, man. This has been really good. I got a feeling that it's going to be an exciting third period, and we'll see if we're going to need more than 3 periods to get this game settled. We shall see. So, again, you got basically 3 minutes to go, I would say, before the start of the third period. So if you haven't already, make sure to leave a score prediction in the chat. I'll start. We got 9 right now that I see. We got 9 so far that have put their score prediction. So if you want to get involved in this to get a special shout out potentially at the end of tonight's stream, make sure you do just that. It's all free, man. It's all free, and there's no better feeling than being right about something and getting credit for it, especially in public, man. It's great. It's great. So here we go. So before we get underway here in this third period, we're going to take a moment here to step aside and get another word from our sponsors at DraftKings Sportsbook. Here we go, guys. We're just about ready to get underway here in this third period between the Blues and the Devils. Both teams tied at 2 goals apiece going into this third period of play. Blues will start the first minute and change on the power play after a high sticking call against Dougie Hamilton. So we'll see if the Devils can kill it off here, and then we're going to go back to even strength. So it's going to be interesting to see which team is going to get the next goal. Blues had the 1-0 lead, and the Devils took the lead at 2-1 on back-to-back goals from Jack Hughes. And then Ivan Barbashev tied it up at 2 late in the second period. So this has been a relatively back-and-forth game through 40 minutes of play. So we'll see how both teams lock it down. Dylan says, big hype for Julia. Absolutely. Again, shout out to Julia becoming the newest member of THPN. We really appreciate that. And shout out to you as well, Dylan, for hanging out with us for a little bit. So here we go, guys. Players are at center ice. Ref waiting for the all-go here. He blows the whistle, drops the puck, and we are underway here in the third period between the Blues and Devils. Game tied at 2. Again, the Blues are on a power play for 1:13 and ticking here. So we'll see if they can take advantage of said man advantage. Here come the Blues in the zone. Jordan Kyrou, first goal of the game. Wraps it around the boards, gets over to Buchnevich. Pavel Buchnevich now gets it behind the net to Kyrou, backhands it over to Robert Thomas. Now back to Kyrou, gets over to Buchnevich. 55 seconds to go in the power play. Blues trying to set it up again. Shen gets over to Kyrou. Now drive by Falk, and that one is stopped by Schmid. Severson tries to backhand it out. He cannot. Devils trying to get it, and now Sharagovich takes it away for the Devils, and he'll just fire it at Binnington, who will have to make a glove save. Waiting for Flash Score to actually update and say that, hey, the period has started here. So we're about a minute into the period here. 25 seconds to go in the Blues power play. Eric Holla feeds it over to a breakaway chance for Mercer. He comes in with a shot, and he never even took a shot. I don't know what in the world just happened to Dawson Mercer, but he just ran out of real estate, and he couldn't shoot it. Here come the Blues back the other way with a shot. That one gets blocked. Devils come the other way, and they'll just dump it out. And that'll do it for the Blues power play. So Dawson Mercer nearly was able to score shorthanded, didn't even get a shot off, and the Blues do not score on that power play. So we remain remain tied at 2 goals apiece. So a great chance for Mercer, who has gone a long time without scoring and just didn't even shoot the puck there. It was incredibly head-scratching. Now here come the Devils. Jack Hughes, 2 goals tonight. Drops it off to Brad. Jesper Brad. Still with the puck now. Drops it to Severson. Now to Hughes. Wraps around to the left side. Drops out. Now Brad gets it over to Tatar with a shot. That one is stopped and then covered by Jordan Binnington. Good shot from Tatar in the slot, but Binnington shuts the door. And again, if the Blues do find a way to win this game, you do have to give a lot of credit to Jordan Binnington. They show a replay again, and yeah, Mercer just deked one too many times and just ran out of room. If he had just gone top shelf there because he caught Binnington down low, he would have scored. But he didn't even get a shot on. So that is that shows you again also why the Devils are also terrible in the shootout because of things like that. Because that was a breakaway and he should have at least gotten a shot on goal. That was not ideal. Puck in the left corner now the Blues try to get it out. Justin Falk right now with the puck. But he's knocked off the puck by Michael McLeod. 4th line on right now for the Devils. As now the Blues get it out of the zone. They'll dump it in. Tries to make a play. Now gets it over to a wide open player. Waits. Takes a shot and he scores! Brandon Saad all alone in the slot. He goes 5-hole past Akira Schmid. And 2:27 into the third. The Blues, with 2 unanswered goals, have retaken the lead. It's now 3-2. So another bad play defensively. Kevin Ball just tried to one-hand that puck out of the zone. He then was caught out of position, and then Brandon Saad just wide open, and he does not hesitate as Schmid caught with his legs open there, and Saad scores. Also, with 7:12 to go in the third period, right now Canada holding on to a 2-1 lead over Czechia in the gold medal game of the World Junior Championships. But Brandon Saad, his 11th of the year, gives the Blues the 3-2 lead here early in the third. So the Devils got to find a way to get going here, as now Dougie Hamilton gets knocked off the puck. Siegenthaler will control, gets it over to Dougie. Now back to Siegenthaler. Siegenthaler with a long feed just out of the reach of Jack Hughes. So things have certainly taken a turn for the worse there after the Devils were up 2-1. Dougie Hamilton leaves it off for Jack Hughes. Jack Hughes tries to feed it in front, nobody home. That one's deflected out away, and now Eric Hall goes crashing into Braden Shen. Puck in the right corner right now. Tatar gets knocked down from behind, no penalty. So now the Blues slowly come the other way. Colton Parayko will just dump it in as both teams make a change. Andrew B. let me know that Czechia has just tied Canada in that gold medal game. As now here come the Devils. Nico Hischier tries to take a shot, it gets blocked. Palat now with the puck. Palat tries to feed it over to Brett, but it's taken away. But now Czechia and Canada are tied in the third period of the gold medal game. Defensive breakdown once again by the Devils. That has killed the Devils tonight. Absolutely killed me. Here come the Devils in the offensive zone. Nico drops it off to Palat. Palat with a backhand try that gets blocked into the left corner. Nico Hischier now with the puck. He tries to get a backhand pass, but it's taken away by St. Louis, and they'll dump it out. Andrew B. says Czechia's coming back, and I just realized that I don't have the scoreboard here. I do apologize because Andrew B. was asking. It is 3-2 St. Louis thanks to a goal from Brandon Saad. Severson with a shot through traffic just goes wide. So the Devils trying to keep the puck in just out of the reach and have to go back and set up. So now Severson with the puck. Makes a feed over to Mercer. Now he tries to get over to Jack Hughes. Jack Hughes with a slow backhand shot that doesn't even get to the net. Now the Blues come the other way. Buchnevich just out of the reach of Robert Thomas. He goes back to get it. Tries to make a pass, and Folk will eventually control it. Mason is back. What's going on, Mason? Good to see you again. Puck now in the left corner here. So the Devils will control. Siegenthaler makes a long feed just to the reach. It's going to roll all the way down and be enough for an icing here against the Devils with 15:09 to go in this one. Blues, on the most recent goal from Brandon Saad, have a 3-2 lead. Andrew B. says, what are we doing? Let's stop this feeling. I have no idea what you're referring to. Mason said, sorry, I was watching the Canada game. You're fine, Mason. No worries. High intense game there as well. Brandon Saad's goal, 11th of the season at the 2:27 mark. As Barbashev, I believe, got an assist on that. So give him a goal and an assist tonight for Ivan Barbashev. One of his better games of the season. Now the Devils come back into the zone. The shot there is knocked away by Jordan Bennington. Devils third line on right now. As now here comes Robert Thomas up the other way. Robert Thomas, number 17, backhands it into the zone for St. Louis. Brendan Smith, he gets crunched into the boards. I don't think there's a penalty there. I could be wrong. I don't think so. As Miles Wood with some pushing and shoving here. And Brendan Smith is slow to get up. He is hunched over, holding his left wrist, as Achari was the one that hit Brendan Smith. So we'll see if there's any penalties if you get a stoppage of play with 5.5 minutes into the third period, 3-2 St. Louis. Brendan Smith still nagged by something. It's got to be on his left hand, left wrist, something like that. And I think Achari might be going to the box. I think they did call a penalty. So we'll see it again. As Achari, he cross-checks Smith from the back, and he goes face and chest first into the boards there. Mace says, Neil, I really hope Canada wins. I know for all you Canadian fans out there, you hope that the gold is coming back to Canada. So it is a penalty. Brendan Smith is going to the locker room. So Achari goes to the box, 2 minutes for interference. So the Devils, with a chance on just their second power play tonight, opportunity here to try to tie this game up at 3. Blues win the opening faceoff of the power play and clear it. What about you? Honestly, it doesn't matter to me either way because USA is already done. They won the bronze medal, so it doesn't matter to me who wins the gold medal. Devils 0 for 1 on the power play, but had 5 shots on it. Very impressive first power play. Just didn't result in a goal. Dougie Hamilton over to Nico with a shot, and he just shot it wide. Devils keeping it in. Dougie Hamilton with the puck. Gets it over to Bratt, just out of his reach. Devils trying to control it. Dougie gets it over to Tatar. Tomas Tatar comes in with a shot that once stopped in the slot by Bennington. Now an opportunity here to Dougie Hamilton. Now over to Jack Hughes. Now to Tatar. He loses the puck, and the Blues clear. Minute 13 and ticking to go in this power play here. Devils still down 3-2. Well said, Mason. Well said indeed. 1 minute to go on the power play here as Devils come back in the zone. Jack Hughes drops off to Bratt. Now to Tatar. He gets the puck taken away from him. Blues trying to get it out. Now they might have a chance shorthanded. Barbashev with the puck. He stops. Holding. Tries to make a feed over. Gets over to Sod for a moment. Now to Barbashev with a shot. And that would have stopped by Schmid. So a good chance there for the Blues shorthanded. But Schmid makes a save. 40 seconds to go. As the Devils not showing really a sense of urgency right now in this power play. As Severson backhands it over to Alexander Holtz. And here comes Holtz up the ice with speed. Gets it over to Palat. Eric Holla. Devils can't control. The Blues clear again. 20 seconds to go on the power play. Now to Holtz. Holtz, long feed, gets it over to Wood, and Wood will dump it into the right corner. Jordan Binnington with the puck, wraps it around the boards. Holtz keeps it in for New Jersey. Now gets it over to Palat. Now to Holtz. One-touch shot from Severson. That one is blocked in front, and Miles Wood is slow to get up. Out of the box is Achari, but it's out of the reach, and Schmidt will wrap it around the boards to safety. So Wood, slow to get up, but he makes his way to the bench. Palat now by himself. He'll backhand it in. So the Devils 0 for 2 on the power play. And they're still down here 3-2 with just about 12 minutes to go in this one. It's now 77. He'll dump it into the right corner of New Jersey. Siegenthaler gets the puck taken away, but now the Devils have it with Ryan Graves. Taken away by Buchnevich, and he'll dump it softly into the right corner. Siegenthaler tries to get it out of the zone, and he does. Devils trying to get some control here. Boquist now with it. Now Sharagovich has it for a moment. Now Graves gets it over to Siegenthaler, who will slap shot it into the zone. Puck bounces up in the air. Devils looking to try to get some control here. St. Louis now with it. Bortuzzo's just out of its reach, but he's able to regain it. And he's able to just get out of the zone, but it's going to be enough for an icing. 11:26 to go in this one. Blues up 3-2 right now, thanks to an early third period goal from Brandon Saad. Jack Hughes, 2 goals tonight, 4-game goal streak, and in that span, that's been 6 goals. And like I mentioned before, he was named to the 2023 NHL All-Star Game, his second All-Star Game in his young career. Devils win the faceoff. Jack Hughes now with the puck. Feeds it front with a shot, and a great glove save by Binnington on Tomas Tatar. Oh, Jordan Binnington continuing to frustrate the Devils tonight as he makes his 27th save. 11:20 to go in this one. Blues holding on to a 3-2 lead. And we'll step aside for a moment to get another word from our sponsor. So here we go as we're back underway here in this third period. Blues right now up 3-2 on a third period goal from Brandon Saad. And Devils have had some chances here in this third, but haven't cashed in thanks to some brilliant play from Binnington. As a shot there from Hughes is stopped. Opportunity here as the Devils have it. Jack Hughes with another shot, and that one gets blocked. Devils putting on some pressure right now. Blues trying to get it out of the zone, and they are not able to, as now Palat with the puck, Holla with the puck, just out of the reach of Tatar. Dougie Hamilton tries to whack it out, and that nearly caught up, and I think it did. I think it might have actually caught Achari up high, and I think that might be a penalty against the Devils. And it looks like it might be, so I think Dougie Hamilton, for the second time tonight, might be going to the sin bin. Kraken right now blowing out the Leafs in Toronto by the score of 5-1 right now. That is crazy. And Chari got hit up high. That's going to be at least 2 minutes. So the Blues will have a golden opportunity here on the power play to try to double the lead here with 10:48 remaining in this third period. It is a 2-minute high sticking penalty to the Devils' Dougie Hamilton. So this is another big moment for the Devils' penalty kill. Remember, the Devils have lost each of their last 7 games at home. They have really struggled at home for whatever reason. Blues power play 0 for 1 with 2 shots on the night. And now here comes Buchnevich from his own zone here. Buchnevich will drop it off to Robert Thomas. He comes in, drops it to Buchnevich, who now gives it to Falk. Now over to the right side to Jordan Kyrou. Now to Falk. Gets over to the left side to Buchnevich. Now over to Falk. Gets it to Kyrou. Jordan Kyrou slows it up. Tries to make a pass. Gets it over to Falk. Now gets to his teammate. Beats it for a shot. Sharp angle and they score. Robert Thomas from a sharp angle scores, and with just about 10 minutes to go in the third, the Blues have doubled the lead. It's 4-2 as they score on the power play. Robert Thomas, who's had a relatively quiet night, he gets this one, and things have really, really imploded here for New Jersey in this third. And this, again, is showing you the inconsistency the Devils have had, especially at home, as Akira Schmidt, it looks like it hit the top of his stick and in, but a sharp angle shot from Robert Thomas goes in. And now, with Robert Thomas, by the way, that's his 9th goal of the year. But now if you're the Devils, it's put up or shut up. You have basically been outplayed in this third period, not going to lie. Really have been. Shots are 30-17. But thanks to Jordan Binnington and goals from Robert Thomas, the Blues have a 2-goal lead. Here come the Devils right back in. Jack Hughes, he loses the puck and it's taken away by St. Louis. And now they look to come the other way. Just drop it off to Barbashev, and he gets the puck knocked off him, but he regains it. He'll just dump it in. Jack Hughes drops it off to Graves. Now over to Tatar. Tatar wraps it around, and now we'll slowly drop it off to Jack Hughes. Jack Hughes weaves his way through one defender, tries to regain the puck. Holla will get it and keep it in the offensive zone for New Jersey. Holla now to Hughes, throws it in front, but nobody there. Nick Leddy backhands it up and out of the zone. And now the Blues have an opportunity. It's a 2-on-1. Blues with a chance with a shot, and that's a great diving block from Brendan Smith. Brendan Smith now chips it over to Miles Wood. Robert Thomas power play goal, 9th of the year. Shannon Buchnevich with the assist. And it looks like a penalty here coming up, and I think it's against the Blues. So the Devils will go to the power play here, now trailing by 2 with 8:58 to go. So we'll see if the Devils can get at least one back here. They need it if they want to come back in this one. We'll step aside for a quick moment to get another word from our sponsors. So here we go. As now the Devils go to the power play with just under 9 minutes to go. They are trailing 4-2 with goals from Saad and Robert Thomas. A huge opportunity here to try to get one back. 2-minute tripping penalty from Pitlick of the Blues. So let's see what the Devils can do here on this one. Devils have been terrible at home of late, certainly. Czechia and Canada are going to overtime in the World Junior Championship gold medal game. So next goal wins. As now Dougie Hamilton gets it over just out of the reach of Hughes, but he regains it, wraps it around the boards, but it's taken away by St. Louis, and now they look to come the other way shorthanded. Might have a 2-on-1 if they hurry. 52 comes in with a shot, and a good glove save there. And that will do it for, I believe, the power play, I think. No, actually, it's Justin Falk going to the box. So the Devils will now go to a 5-on-3 for the next minute 45. So an even more massive opportunity for the Devils. This is the game right here. Because a huge chance to get back in this one. We'll see it again. And yeah, Falk, he just chopped the stick out of Nico's hands. And Falk got called for it. So the Devils 5-on-3 for a minute 45 and then an abbreviated 15-second power play after that. So big chance here with 8:42 remaining in this one. Devils still need 2 to tie. Here we go. Face-off won by somebody. There's a scramble there. Now the Devils control it. Dougie Hamilton now with the puck. Now to Holtz. Over to Hamilton, top of the point. Now gets it over to Jack Hughes. Now Hamilton feeds over to Holtz. That shot is blocked in front. And if he had it, he would have had a wide open net and the Blues clear. Oh, Holtz just couldn't control it enough. I think if he did control it, he might have scored. Dougie Hamilton now drops it off to Bratt. Bratt now with the puck. He holds, still with it, leads it for Hamilton, takes a high-rising shot. That one goes high. Devils control it again. Hughes with the puck, Nico. Now to Bratt, gets it to Hughes. Now to Hamilton, one-touch shot by Holtz, and that high-riser just goes over the net. Devils now with it again. Jack Hughes holds, gives it to Bratt. Now to Dougie with a drive, deflected, score! And I think it's Nico Hischier who tipped it in front, and the Devils have cut the deficit to 1. It's 4-3 with 7:51 to go. So you knew that there was a very good chance the Devils were going to score on the 5-on-3, and they did. So see it again here. Dougie gave it to Holtz, and he just missed it there. The Devils regained it right away. And Jack Hughes gave it to Bratt, then a shot there, and I believe it deflected off of, it did deflect off Nico. We'll see it again. It did. It deflected off his skate and redirected into the net. And the Devils have cut it to 1, but they're back on the power play for another minute after Nico Hischier's 18th goal of the year. There's another goal there for Nico. As now the Devils struggling here to try to control it, and the puck actually deflects up into the Blues bench. So here we go. It says, now it's going to overtime Canada. Save your money. And we'll see. But a great goal there by Nico Hischier. He scored last night on his birthday, and he gets another one here. I think that's, a 5-game point streak? He's been on fire of late, the captain, Nico Hischier, getting the goal. 55 seconds to go on the second power play for the Devils. And we'll see if they can do anything here with 50 seconds now. Devils won the face-off at center ice. Hamilton drops it off to Hughes, gets it over to Bratt. Devils come into the zone. Tatar with the puck now. Tatar tried to get it over to Bratt. Devils having a little bit of trouble controlling it right now. 3 Devils players mount up there. That puck comes out in front. Can the Devils keep it in? They do. Nico keeps it in. Wraps it around. Tries to get it over. Now to Jack Hughes. He backhands it over to Nico. Can he keep it in? He does. Nico tried to feed it to Tatar, but nobody was there. And now the Blues come the other way, shorthanded. Brandon Saad. Deeks backhand shot. That one stopped by Schmidt. Saad now regains it with 13 seconds. Now the Devils take it away. One last rush here if the Devils hurry on the power play. Mercer now with the puck. Dawson Mercer stops, wraps it around the boards. Jack Hughes now with it. Tries to feed it in front. That one's deflected. Power play is up. So the Devils score on one of those 2. Currently down by 1 with 6.5 minutes to go. Mercer dumps it into the right corner. Devils get it again. Mercer now with it. Pinned in the right corner, asking for help. Palat loses the puck, and Braden Shen takes it away for St. Louis. Siegenthaler gets it right back at center ice, and he'll dump it right back into the St. Louis zone. What's going on, Ray Neal Soda? And what's going on, Jess? Thank you both so much for saying hi and hanging out with us. We do appreciate it. Don't forget to smash the like button while you're here. Andrew B says Seattle is injured. I guess somebody on Seattle is hurt. 6 minutes to go in this one. Devils just cut the deficit to 1 on a power play goal from Nico Hischier. And we'll see if they can get the next one here and tie this up. St. Louis comes into the zone. 13 now with the puck. He's behind the net, fighting along here with Siegenthaler. Miles Wood. As now Wood behind the net, now gets it for New Jersey. And now he'll look to try to set it up the other way. Holtz now with it. Tries to dump it in, but he whiffed on the shot. Soucy has it. Graham Soucy with a blame out. That's not good. Wow, Nashville coming back now up 4-3 on Carolina in the third period. So we may have another upset brewing here. Interesting. Now Brendan Smith with the puck. Smith dekes around one defender. Brendan Smith makes a long feed over to Sharangovich just out of his reach. No icing. In the right corner now is Sharangovich. Jordan Kyrou now trying to get it out for the Blues. Robert Thomas, who has the go-ahead goal right now, who has the game-winning goal, is now Colton Parayko with the puck. He's now in the right corner trying to get it out. He's still having trouble. Devils keep it in. Tatar tries to backhand it in front to Hughes, but couldn't get it to him. Devils putting on some good forecheck. Hughes with the puck now. He's trying to fight along with Robert Thomas. Both teams whacking away at it. Tatar intercepts it, takes a shot, and he rang it off the post. Oh, Tomas Tatar nearly tied it, but the post denied him on that one. Great opportunity there for Tatar, who's been stonewalled all night long. Devils come back in. Jack Hughes with a shot. That one is stopped by Binnington, and the Blues come the other way. They may have numbers. Barbashev loses the puck, and he has no choice but to dump it into the zone. 4:20 blaze it to go in this third period. 4-3. Taken away by the Blues, but they're off, or they were going to be offsides. Now the Devils have it for a moment. St. Louis looks to come the other way. Brandon Saad stops, waits, tries to dump it off to Falk. He gets it now again. Saad now over to Barbashev. Barbashev being pinned by Dougie Hamilton and Damon Severson of the Devils. Shen almost took it away. Now it's taken by Jesper Bratt, and he'll come up the right side with speed. Bratt looking for numbers. Tries to feed it in front, but it's taken away by St. Louis. Here come the Blues. Barbashev backhands it in. 3:40 to go in this one. 4-3 Blues. We'll see if and when the Devils decide to pull a Kira Schmidt for the extra skater. Long feed just out of the reach of Mercer. Can he get there first? He does. The ref waves off. No icing. Now the Blues have a Nick Leddy. Chips it into the right corner. Devils get the control for a moment. Siegenthaler now with the puck. As now the Blues take it away. Colton Parayko gets it over to Nick Leddy. Nick Leddy will backhand it up and out of the zone. Siegenthaler goes back for New Jersey, and he loses the puck there. But he'll wrap it around the boards. Get it over to his pair, Ryan Graves. Graves now to Hughes. Jack Hughes comes into the zone again. He backhands it, but it's taken away by Robert Thomas, and he'll dump it out. Back out to center ice. Brendan Smith tried to feed it over. Now a chance for Buchnevich, and then Jordan Kyrou just kind of spins out of control there. Not sure what happened. 2:47 to go in this one. Now here come the Devils again. Jack Hughes waits, tries to backhand it to somebody, but nobody home. Blues wrapping around the boards, trying to get out of the zone. They do just that. Paula now over to Severson. 2.5 minutes to go. Dougie now gets it to Tatar. Tomas Tatar comes in, has the puck taken away. Now Nico with a shot, and that one gets blocked and deflected out of play. 2:23 to go in this one. Devils looking for one last push as they look to try to come back from down 2. Still down 4-3 with 2:23 to go in the third period. Step aside for one last time to get one more word from our sponsors. So the trivia question from earlier, Dougie Hamilton is one of 3 Devils to score an overtime goal for the Devils versus the Blues. Who are the other 2? See in a moment here what the answer is. I literally have no idea. I said Mike Camilleri and Jamie Langenbrenner. We'll see if I got either one of those right. I did not. Pat Verbeek and Jeff Friesen. So there's a little bit of trivia for you guys here. But here we go. Akira Schmid has been pulled. So the Devils have the extra skater on with 2:23 to go. Needing a goal to tie it here. Face off to the left of Binnington. Face off won by somebody. I mean, Halla fell down, so there's a scramble in front. Now the Devils control. Jack Hughes tried to make a pass, but it's broken up. Hughes has to go back and get it. He's being hounded by Saad, and now he'll skate away from him with 2:08 and ticking to go in this one. Jack Hughes drops it off to Brad, almost lost it. Now the Devils come in. Now here's Nico Hischier in the left corner, Devils just struggling to just set something up. Jack Hughes now with the puck. Gets it over to Brad. Now to Hamilton with a drive, and that one is blocked in front. Jack Hughes missed on a rebound. Jesper Bratt now with the puck. Over to Dougie Hamilton. Now to Brad again. Back to Dougie Hamilton. Back to Brad. Brad now with a turnaround shot in front. That would have stopped. Scramble in front, and the Blues are able to get it, and they can't clear it out. Jack Hughes losing the puck, gets it over to Brad, backhands it over to Halla, now to Jesper Bratt, gets it to Palat, now to Bratt, over to Hamilton, loses the puck but regains it, gets it to Hughes, now to Halla, over to Bratt with a shot, that one is stopped by Binnington, 1:15 to go in the third. Devils still with the puck in the offensive zone here. Looking for it. Hamilton with a drive. That would have stopped. Follow-up try there. Scramble in front. Devils still have it behind the net. Eric Halla feeds it in front to Palat, and that puck comes out of the zone. 1 minute to go in this one. Devils still pushing here. Jack Hughes back into the zone. He's looking for somebody. Feeds it in front. Taken away by St. Louis, but the Blues get it. Devils get it back. Feeds it in front. Deflected just wide by Halla. Blues get it backhanded out of the zone. Opportunity here for St. Louis. And Robert Thomas will fire it into an empty net and score his second of the night. And he will put this game on ice as the Blues make it 5-3 with 42.4 to go. And the Devils' home woes will continue as they are on their way to dropping their 8th home game in a row, as they had chances at the end there. But Jordan Binnington, again, was just too much for the Devils, and too many defensive breakdowns is what's going to cost the Devils here in this one, as they'll have to wait another day to try to get back-to-back wins for the first time since early December. And this is a bad loss against a team that had very few of its main guys in the lineup, but St. Louis has been battling. They won 6-5 in a shootout in Toronto 2 nights ago. And they're going to come away with another win on the road and get themselves just that much closer to a playoff spot. Binnington plays it over to Nick Leddy. Wraps around 20 seconds to go in this one. Michael McLeod now with the puck. Devils fighting for it. Gets it over to Dougie. He loses the puck. Devils pulls Schmidt again. Brendan Smith will just slap it in with 8 seconds to go in this one. And the clock is going to run out here in this one as the St. Louis Blues come to the Rock and beat the New Jersey Devils by the final score of 5-3 to get themselves a big time victory, as the Blues will get their 13th win of the year and move themselves to within just 2 points, of the Oilers for the 8th seed in the Western Conference. And the Devils drop another one at home, and that is a tough one as they split the back-to-back. They'll have a day off tomorrow and then battle the Rangers in New Jersey on Saturday. So that is a bad loss if you're the Devils. Should not have lost that one, but it is what it is. Devils, damn it, misses the net many times on 6-on-5. Devils lose another game to a Blues team that's injured. It's tough. It's tough that the Devils could not win against this depleted Blues team. But that's hockey for you, man. Sometimes things just don't really go your way. And for the Devils, really honestly, since the beginning of December, things have just not been consistently going their way. So on that note, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to do it tonight for me here on this live watch along. Thank you guys, as always, for hanging out with us tonight. This was absolutely fantastic. Love hanging out with all of you guys. Make sure to follow the Hockey Podnet here on YouTube, as well as anywhere on social media at Hockey Podnet, Instagram, Twitter, as well as Facebook. Make sure to check out the Devil's State of Mind podcast wherever you listen to podcasts. New episodes out every Monday and Thursday. I'll have a new episode out tomorrow. And make sure to follow the podcast on Twitter at Devil's State and Instagram as well at Devil's State of Mind. Follow me on my personal Twitter at THENVPSHOW and on Instagram at NVPQB11. Bad, horrible loss by the Devils. Absolutely so. Let's see if anybody got their prediction correct. Well, Sean was technically the closest. Actually, no. I'm going to give it to Jeff Nelson. He went 4-3 Blues. They scored an empty netter to make it 5-3, but Jeff was the closest. Shout out to Jeff Nelson for getting the closest to being right. But thank you all so much for hanging out with us tonight, and we will see you in the next live watch-along. Once again, the final score from New Jersey, the Blues on the road get a much-needed win as they beat the Devils by the final score of 5-3. As always, guys, everyone continue to be the awesome people that you are. Happy New Year to all of you. And as always, continue to rock on.